Yank! Let's go! Cam's a shit kicker, 2 bombs in the league. Soul Dragon Cougars, no time for fatigue. And he's a shit talker, stirring up the show. Never played a shift, but he's ready to...
The Cam and Strick Podcast is brought to you by Stiefel, one of America's fastest growing wealth management and investment banking firms. Rooted in St. Louis, where success meets success. Welcome into the Cam and Strick Podcast, episode number
381.
Presented by Stiefel, baby.
Yoink, let's go.
Big shout out to Stiefel and the U.S. ski team. They technically, you can't say Olympic team, but Stiefel is the title sponsor of the U.S. ski team.
Yeah, look at what we're wearing right now. If you guys aren't on YouTube, by the way, go check our YouTube out and like and subscribe and chat away on that bad boy. But we got these bad boys on right here representing. Although I got to take mine off because I'm starting to sweat. Starting to sweat a little bit. It's getting up to 60 degrees here.
This is what the skiers are really wearing around the Olympic Village right now.
These are awesome, dude. Thank you.
What's going on in the Olympic Village?
A lot of breeding. A lot of breeding.
You know, the U.S.
Could you
team,
imagine if you're a young kid, you got a little superstardom, and you're cruising around those Olympic Village with hot athletic girls everywhere you look, breeding with each other. Ay. The figure skaters are hot. The speed skaters are hot. They're built.
Yeah.
God. Hotness.
Did you see the video where...
Speaking of hotness, I got to take this off, Andy.
I guess like the NHL PR team asked a bunch of the USA Olympians, probably at like a media event before the season, you know how they ask questions? You know, if you were an animal, what animal would you be? You know?
Really.
Now, a lot of teams are doing these now.
Yeah.
They said, hey, if you weren't a hockey player, what Olympic sport would you play in? And they were all giving like summer Olympic sports. Dude, you guys are going to be in the Winter Olympics. What
are they saying?
Get like track and field, swimming. It's like, dude, do they not understand the assignment?
The swimming, I don't
a
like swimming.
Winter Olympic sport.
Snowboarding, skiing, that's the coolest sport going. Dude.
Figure skating.
But
they have great edges. Hold on, can I just?
I want to ski. I want to ski down mountainsides. I want to do that. That's the coolest thing. Lindsey Vaughn got sacked up a little bit, but what were you going to say, Andy? Sorry.
Hold on.
I know it's really
now
important.
You're switching. You're going on.
You talked about skiing.
Did you see that figure skater? He did a backflip on skates, dude.
Yeah.
How do you do that?
It's happened before.
Could you do it?
No.
Could you practice it for a year and do it?
No. I wouldn't even try. Yeah, but that's pretty cool.
It's a pretty skillful move.
He's probably going to win. I think this happened before.
I think Scott Hamilton did it back in the day.
I think.
Who kind of looked like Darren Pang, or was it like Will McDonough? They all kind of like...
Yeah, Will McDonough. Yeah, and a couple guys that we know here.
Yeah.
The one that looks like Tim McKernan.
Yes.
Yes.
So I think it was Scotty Hamill.
I remember him.
He looked like... Is it Hamilton? Hamill?
Remember the drama back in...
Remember
the drama back in 95 with the figure skating?
Oh, yeah. I mean, one of the all-time iconic controversies of all time.
Unbelievable. Nancy Kerrigan, Tanya Harding, who does porn, just so all y'all know.
Tanya does.
And yes, I have seen it. Yes.
She was a Hoosier.
She was a straight-up Hoosier. Went to jail. Then she did porn.
Her family was all Hoosiers.
Nancy Kerrigan's like the perfect, beautiful, you know. Why? She got rocked, though.
She got rocked by a metal pipe, dude.
And remember Tanya Harding was going through all... Could you imagine what was on her mind? Going through all this. Then she has like a shit fit when she kind of fell a couple times, and then she kind of loses her mind, and then this all came out.
Did Nancy compete that year, or was she held out because of the injury?
I think she competed and didn't do well.
Yeah, because that's tough to do a lot of the routine to take. You take a tire. Was it to the knee or the ankle?
I think the knee.
I mean, geez, though. And so the guy who did it, like he was part of the Tanya Harding camp.
Yeah.
He got caught for it. Did he go to jail for it too?
Yeah,
he did.
Yeah, it was.
He's like hiding under the bleachers.
What are you gonna do after that? Like, no one's gonna see you.
Know. There were great documentaries on this. I may have to refresh my mind and go back and watch it and just see exactly what took place. I love Nancy.
She was good looking.
But I was kind of like Tanya was just kind of a product of her environment, and there was a time when I was rooting for her.
A product of your environment. Where's she from?
Probably
even
not
know.
a very good spot.
You don't even know where she's from.
I mean,
whoa, how dare you?
hey, when you consider a lot
a product
of these...
of their own environment, where's she from? I have no idea.
Well, look at the people around her.
There's bad people around
look
rich
at the
people too.
around her. Do you
There's
know
bad
that
people around wealthy people too. What are you talking about?
Because figure skating, I look at it, it's kind of a privileged sport.
I'd say skiing is.
Well, skiing is too.
Rich mountain boys
But
in
so
Oregon
is,
and Colorado.
But figure skating is also. I mean, the costumes cost a lot. The competitions cost a lot. Those kids are moving away from their families before the hockey players.
I think any skating sport, when you're skating, is a rich kid sport.
So they had the U.S. national, the Olympic trials here in St. Louis or whatever, like the competition where if you win, that's how you make the Olympic team. And I saw them practicing every day, dude, out of the Centene Community Ice Center.
Yeah.
I mean, they are focused, they are committed, but it's a lonely, lonely sport, man. It's like you and the coach, and that's it. And the coach is like standing on the bench, and you're just constantly doing your routine over and over. You just got to practice nonstop. It's not like being on the team where after practice, you're in the dressing room and then you're going to, grab lunch or whatever. It's you and nobody else, dude. It's a lot that goes into it.
What sport isn't like that? Like
I'm breaking it down.
It's just so
for
funny,
you.
and he's like, "Yeah, we know." Did you see the one guy though? I don't know if he's American or not. Well, yeah, I guess he is. His mom and dad died in that plane crash over the Potomac last year when that girl driving the helicopter, flying the helicopter. Remember that? Over
military?
the Potomac River. Yeah, it killed 80 people. His mom and dad were on that flight.
No way.
Yes.
Does he have a Russian name?
Hockman just wrote an article.
Does he have a Russian name?
I think so, yes.
Okay, so the Russian, who's an American, he's got a Russian name.
Yeah. We got to find out that name.
He's become really close with Alexander Ovechkin.
I see him and Ovi and LeBron hanging out a little bit too.
I mean, he went to a game and they took a picture afterwards. Yeah, it's not like they're hanging out a lot, but they went to a game.
Hey, I like that. Though.
Goats support goats.
He's a dork though.
Who?
LeBron.
And Ovi didn't know any different.
No, I'd still go hang out with him.
Why wouldn't you?
No doubt. I'm just saying. I put him with Kobe and Jordan were just cooler. I don't know.
Okay, Steve, why does it always have to come down to that?
Because it's just my...
I know, but every time you mention LeBron, you don't have to mention...
I think he's a dork.
That Kobe and Michael were cooler.
He's just cooler. He's just not as cool
We
as
all
those.
know that.
Do we?
I think most people...
You sure?
Well, the younger generation
I
may
think
not.
the younger generation has no idea. I don't know. It's all good. Doesn't matter. It's all an opinion anyway.
So listen, when Lindsay got airlifted...
Oh, God. Horrible.
It looks so scary to do that.
Did you see her injuries?
It's on a bungee cord on a stretcher, dude.
Well, what are you going to do? Walk down?
What do you
so
do? What do you do?
You get a helicopter.
Really?
What do you mean? Yeah.
So if you are going skiing on a ski trip and like just with your family and you get hurt, that's how you get
I would say
medical attention?
I would say there's other things that you could do to bring somebody down from a ski resort, depending on if they're on a black diamond or something like that. I don't know. That's like the really steep. No, you'd probably get them lifted out. So there was actually...
Why can't they put them on like a
sled? And then like sled them down?
No,
because it could be...
they got to go back up. They can't put them on, not the chairlift, but you know what I mean? Like the cargo type chairlifts where you're like inside a car. You know what I mean?
Well, how are you going to... Where are they at? Where are they at?
They're at the top of the...
Is there a fucing...
I can't come down
You got to
and
get a fucking helicopter,
dude. They're swinging around up there. I mean, how many people have fallen off of those things?
Oh, it happened the other day. They break down and people have to get saved.
Are you
Happens
serious?
all the time, yeah.
Do you know how skilled of a helicopter driver, pilot you have to be?
Yeah.
Because you've got wind conditions, the thin air up there, so it's a different type of piloting.
When you're a pilot,
and you got all the mountains up there, dude.
Yeah, that's what's scary. And then the fog gets you. But being a helicopter pilot, they're pretty... I mean, those guys that do... save people's lives all the time.
I just saw her swinging around up there. I'm like, this looks very dangerous.
What is dangerous? One of the most dangerous sports you could...
I'd be having a panic attack.
Did you see her injury list that she has?
Oh, she's a warrior, dude. Who's she
PK. Dated? Who else?
There's been a couple of others.
I think she's into the celebrity
Tiger
thing.
Woods.
That's right. Tiger did that. He dipped into that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, did they breed?
Is that how you... Like, you're such a Hoosier, dude. Is that how you ask?
I'm from fucking out yonder.
Our Stiefel people are watching you right now, and
they're gonna get mad at that.
I just
did they breed together?
That is not an appropriate
did they
question
breed
to
together?
ask about. Lindsay,
did they make love and create a child? Did they create a child? A child?
No.
Oh, That would have been a good one.
He only has his kids with the Swedish model.
Who's got half his coin, too. You know,
I don't know. They
Ellie?
may have signed a prenup. I've had conversations with people about this recently.
Oh, we have in the paper how much money she took.
Really?
Yeah.
They didn't have a prenup?
No.
Do you believe in prenups?
That's a good question, actually, Andy. Yeah. You know, yeah, I guess, you know, yeah, I do.
I just feel like it's
Sure.
It's,
It's
I know.
depends on if you own a company and you don't want an outside. Say you own a family company business and it's blowing up. You don't want an outsider being able to take a chunk of the family business. Maybe
Okay.
I know it's not
I
great.
had this conversation with a few people recently. We're just really getting into this, Cam, because it's a dicey situation. I couldn't imagine, like, when I married my wife, being like, "Hey, can we sign a prenup?" It's like, what?
That's how we start off.
Don't you profess your love to them? Like, you're not even thinking about that type of stuff. But for a lot of people out there, man, I get it.
Well, you didn't have much
Especially
going on
celebrities,
when you were dating her either. Like, you didn't have a.
No.
You know what I mean?
I know. But I just don't know how you ask that question.
They do.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you have a ton of money and you have to protect assets, like, things could go sour. Yeah, you love each other now, but things could happen. It happens all the time. In fact, it happens 73%.
Is that what it is?
I think it's way
73% of marriages end up in divorce?
I think it's up there.
That's 3 out of every 4.
Oh, really?
Well, over 7 out of every 10.
I could be wrong on that. Maybe it's 60%. Hey, how about Gavin McKenna cleared? He got cleared of charges, but I'm sure
all the charges or just the felony?
That's a good question.
I think he still has a misdemeanor.
Okay, but you could deal with that.
Oh,
but he's going to get sued still.
Yeah.
He's going to go through litigation. This isn't over.
Can I just say this? I was never, ever worried about, like, him going to jail over this. I never was.
Nah, I didn't see that.
And I believe that the charges probably should be dropped because of the definition of what's required to charge someone with a felony, where you're intentionally trying to, like,
antagonize
or, like, harm somebody or whatever.
Like, you were getting attacked.
Yeah, so
has the video come out yet?
No, it hasn't. But I
weird.
had a little bit of a different opinion on it because I know a lot of people were like, this solidifies him as a number 1 overall pick. You know, like,
the whole thing was stupid.
Like, kind of like frat boy energy was coming out, which is all good. Like, let me just put it this way: if I was with a team and we had Gavin McKenna ranked and rated as the highest and best prospect entering the 2026 draft, this incident would not push him down. I'd still have him rated as number 1. If I had him rated as number 2 or number 3 prior to the incident, this would not elevate him to number 1 either, because he stuck up for his mom. Yeah. Okay, so a lot of people are saying you got to take a number 1 overall now. Listen, I will say, yeah, I give him credit. You got to stand up for your mom, but I also say you got to sometimes recognize that you're different than pretty much everybody else on that campus. You're in a different situation, and you got to learn to, like, maybe handle some chirps and just walk away. Where's your boys? Where's your people? How come they're not handling this guy and getting him the fuck out of there for you? The bouncer at the bar.
How do you not know the bouncer at the bar? Like,
were they inside the bar? I don't even know if they were.
I think they're at a bar, and the guy was kept chirping. Like, you could diffuse that situation pretty easily. It's not like a bunch of guys are around you trying to pick a fight with you. Like, this is a dinky little guy,
dork college student.
Dork. He gets you mad enough to where you have to fucking throw 2 bombs on him and hurt him. Like, where's everybody else at? Snap your fucking fingers and get the bouncer to take him out. I've done that a million times. Dipshit boy over there, get him out of here. Get this guy. They'll drag him out by his fucking hair.
Tell your boys,
be hilarious.
Hey, get this guy.
Get him out of here. Oh, he called my mom a whore. So what? Get the fuck out of here. It is what. Is he touching you? No. But why would you?
Well, that's why we haven't seen the video.
Why would you put yourself in that situation? Like, God, that was an easy one to diffuse. Really.
Yeah. And
somebody's going up to your girl and pushing you around, and you have to defend your wife and they're on you, and you got to defend yourself because it's last second. That's different. Verbal stuff, like, get the fuck out of here.
Exactly.
If you let everything bother you like that, you got a long career ahead of you.
Well, dude, he's about to get chirped for the next 20 years by somebody.
He's also going to get praised. Listen, I look at the media and public opinion on it is positive, but you're going to get fucking litigation is going to wear your ass down for a long time because this kid's going to try to get as much out of it as possible.
Dude, that's what I'm saying.
And rightfully so. I mean,
he's going to get paid. I mean, who knows how much he's going to make.
He's going to be remember, like Domi said it. He went on for years with that guy. He didn't even do anything.
Dude, he broke his jaw. The guy stayed in the hospital.
Yeah.
He had surgery,
emergency surgery.
So that's all I was thinking about from the very beginning. I really was never concerned about him going to jail because he got in a bar fight or whatever.
Have we ever seen that where a guy really maybe spend a night in jail or something like that? But we've seen so many.
He actually got arrested, right?
Yeah.
At the scene.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Is it really worth it?
It's not. We've talked about this before.
You're about to be the first overall
pick. It is not worth
pick.
it. It's never worth it unless he does something. Listen, there's boundaries. He didn't hit the boundary yet, from what I read. And again, I'm going to look at the video. If he's in your face, spitting in your face, that's a different story.
That's
he
different. Spit on your mom.
Spit on your mom's
face.
Yeah, threatening her, threatening her, not just chirping. We got to watch the video.
You don't think Connor Bedard ever got chirped?
Yeah, no. Yeah, God, I think we all did.
I mean, so I'm just saying, like in that situation, I don't know where his people are. Like, where's your people? You're hanging out with others.
You're the one that has to fight.
Finished the outdoor game. You're the biggest name on campus, dude. I would imagine you got a lot of people looking out for you.
Yeah.
And if you're at a bar, I'm sure the bar manager, the bartenders, the bouncers, man, they're there. Whatever you need. Like, you're not even supposed to be in the bar, right? What do you see? 19?
Well, it could be a restaurant.
I know. I guess it could be. So it's like they're going to take care of you.
Of course they are. If they know what's good for their business,
they're
going to want you in there. And so
I know everybody was like, "This is the greatest thing
No,
ever."
it's stupid.
No, it's
No,
not,
it's stupid.
man. This guy got himself in a jam. He's going to have to pay a lot of money. Who knows how much money he's going to have to pay this guy.
The other kid's going to win out of this.
And I know he's making money now, and he's going to make a lot of money, but still, man,
You might not.
$1 million is $1 million.
No shit. And it could be more. This guy's going to, and who knows, like he's probably going to dig at this and fucking milk it as much as possible.
Yeah.
Now you have to deal with this dickhead. He got you. He did.
Yeah.
And he's going to win in the end. He is, because he's going to get paid out. You let that little dink boy, who probably hasn't had sex in fucking years, fucking chirp you so where you use physical violence against him as a number 1 pick overall, as the big dog on campus. Dude, come on. And I'm all for it. And I'm a hypocrite because I used to fight guys back in the day. Stupid. Stupid. I did have a guy dump a beer on me, and I looked at fucking bouncer. I go, get this guy. Dragged him out by the hair, and everybody clapped.
Yeah. Well, that's
the fuck out of here.
That's what you say. Like, get this guy, drag him out by the balls, and get him out.
Get him out. Maybe I'll go out there and kick him when no one's looking. But you can't do that anymore. But, where are your buddies at? Shit. Not to mention, you ain't that tough, motherfucker. Like, what if I fucking put you in a chokehold like I got in Windsor? What if he knocked your fucking stupid ass out?
What if he had superhuman strength?
What if he was
defending his mom?
What if? Yeah, but what if
he handled the situation.
Yeah.
What you're saying are all hypotheticals. It didn't happen.
I know.
Maybe he is tough. You ever see him I've seen him snap on the ice a couple times.
I'm saying, what if this kid's MMA?
Like
what if he's at the gym and he doesn't look like the part, but he puts you in just embarrass you. You never know who you're dealing with, for one.
No, you don't. But I will say this to Blues fans, because the final game that we did was in Nashville. Then, of course, the Blues played their last game before the break in Dallas.
Dallas.
Well, they lost at the end of the game again. It's crazy how this continues to happen against Dallas.
That number 1. You ain't going to catch Vancouver, but.
But I will say, man, I mean, it's such an interesting time for the Blues. Like, this is one of the strangest seasons in franchise history. Maybe one of the most disappointing seasons in franchise history. There's been seasons where they've been worse and maybe they had fewer points.
05.
But they didn't come in with any expectations that year. Nobody was saying that team was going to be a playoff team.
They were dismantled.
Everybody was saying the opposite, that team was going to be terrible entering 05-06. This year, it was like, hey, they're going to make the playoffs. They're going to feed off of what they did last year. They're going to be even better. And who knows, maybe even finish in the top 3 in the division and win a round or two. You never know. And it hasn't gone that way. So I just think, okay, take a deep breath. There's no point in getting angry the way the season is gone, because 6 months from now, you could be celebrating possibly getting this Gavin McKenna.
I don't think people are complaining that much.
Second or third overall pick. They're still selling out every
night.
Every game they're selling out.
Every game.
And you know what? They don't even have to really strip it down and rebuild. But you know what? If you want to win in the NHL, you know what you have to have? You got to have a guy.
A monster.
You got to have a monster.
You got to have a monster. No shit.
And everybody's got one right now. San Jose went through.
The good field.
And you know what? And you can do this now without having to be like Buffalo and lose for 15 years in a row, or Detroit, who had to lose all those years, Chicago. like you made the playoffs last year, and all of a sudden you could probably get this thing back going in the right direction pretty quickly when you get a monster coming into the organization. And, I'm starting to kind of do my due diligence around the draft. Like, what kind of draft is it? You know what I mean? And most people I talk to say in the top 10, you're going to get a really good player. After that, maybe it drops off a little bit. It's not as deep as what we've seen in years past. So this isn't the year you want to just draft 17th, 21st, whatever it is. Get as high of a pick as you possibly can. And all of a sudden, you're going to obviously say, hey, it was probably worth it.
Look at the...
Look at Celebrini. Look at Bedard. Look at Crosby. Look at McDavid. Look at McKinnon. Makar wasn't the first overall pick. Somehow he dropped a little bit, but Matthew Tkachuk, 6th overall pick. Makar or Barkov, 1st overall. You got to have a guy.
You got to have a monster, dude.
Otherwise, it's almost impossible to win. I don't know how the Blues won without having that guy, although they had incredible goaltending. And they had Petro.
Petro's kind of that guy, in my opinion.
He was, yeah.
Sorry.
Okay, he was 4th overall.
And he figured it out, and he scored big-time goals, and he shut teams down. Yeah. He was unbelievable.
And O'Reilly was great.
Unbelievable. But yeah, I don't think the Blues fans are bitching that much. They bitch in the moment when they lose these games. But I see a lot of people, they're with us. They're like, hey, we're still going to come support you. We get what's going on. Were we frustrated at the beginning? But now I look at it like, no, there's some monsters available. Let's see what we can do. They're looking ahead. I don't see fans bitching. They're packing the place every single night on a Monday night after they just played 2 games. They're still packing the place in.
Would you rather... if you're a Blues fan, have made the playoffs and lose in the first round, or get the 1st overall pick?
Get the 1st overall pick. Oh, my God, yeah. Oh, my God, yes.
And could you imagine if you're Alexander Steen right now?
Oh, my God, yes.
You're the first-year general manager coming in.
And you've
got a top 2 pick.
Get out of here. You're damn right. I'm serious. But if you're going to tell me you get the 10th pick, or you go around and lose, get in the playoffs, and but the excitement for a top 2 pick or 3 pick would be astronomical in this town. We're not used to it. These Blues fans will go crazy. They will pack Centene. This kid flies in for a fucking checkup. There'll be Blues fans packing that place. Line up out the door. You're damn right.
And everybody wants that instant gratification.
But
they want all these kids to be superstars right away.
I
don't know, man. I mean, they got the second best odds right now.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's not a guarantee, but...
Rangers, Vancouver, Blues. Who else is in the mix there? Who am I?
Probably Calgary. Yes.
Calgary's right there, yeah. Winnipeg. Shit. How about fucking Matthew? Listen, Florida and Tampa, they goddamn hate each other. That was I'm watching Matthew. I'm like, don't get hurt. 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 McAvoy, elbow right to the fucking chin. Then he tweets his chin.
McAvoy
the other game.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Tampa,
I
Florida.
want these Americans that are playing these last couple of games of the season stay healthy.
Yeah.
And Matthew's starting shit, and they're fucking killing each other. Jesus
he fucking hit
Christ.
He hit Kucherov from behind.
He hit Kuchi from behind.
And then Hagel got angry.
I go, he's going to get caught in his chin. He's going to get caught in his chin. Fucking duck your head. We need you. How about that fucking game? They are kicking the shit out of each other. Who was it? Lundell was hitting the guy.
No.
Who was?
Forsling. Body shots.
Like, bop! Right in the kidney is hilarious. Pretty good.
It was hilarious. I look forward to the Olympics. And I know, I know there's no fighting and whatever.
No, I don't care.
But talking to some other referees, too, they believe that the NHL the officiating at the Olympics with NHL officials is going to be officiated more like an NHL game versus a IIHF game. You're going to have some IIHF referees, but with all the other NHL big dog refs around them, they're more likely to adjust down to the NHL standard versus vice versa.
All you need is one ref.
You know what I mean?
To not be on the same game.
I know.
And he could ruin the fucking. He could be the guy. You know.
He could.
I don't know how to play that, and I'm looking. If I was a betting man, I'd be like, no, they're going to call some soft stuff. They don't want anything getting out of hand. They're going to call some soft shit. There's going to be a lot of penalties.
You think so?
I do. Yeah. I think with Canada and the U.S., there's going to be a lot of penalties.
Yeah, you could be right.
You know, I hope not.
You see the line combinations coming out?
Yeah, they could change.
Okay, so they will change.
We don't know anything yet with that.
They will change. But this is, could be what we see in game one.
Mix and match what you want.
So
go ahead. Go
Celebrini, McDavid, Wilson.
Jesus.
Tom Wilson.
I'm sorry. That's awesome. I like that.
Goes from not making the First Nation, Four Nations,
two big boys.
He's being on the top line.
He's with the two. God, I like.
He's
that
going to
line.
be so much fun to watch.
I know. Or Andy, he could be a skating 2-minute minor.
Well, if he loses his mind,
and so could Matthew, and so could Brady.
Yeah,
you got to just play it out. You got games to do that. This isn't the four. You got games to build.
Let me ask you this, though. Do you think it'll feel different for these guys because they're not playing in NHL buildings and the crowds won't be exactly the same? I'm sure a lot of people are going over to watch the games, but will the atmosphere and the environment in that rink in Italy...
Oh, it's not going to be nearly as loud.
It's not going to be nearly as loud, right? So, are you going to have the same type of energy to, lead? You're not going to have...
You can't figure... If you need the fans to
No,
build...
but you know what I'm saying. Just the atmosphere, dude. I'm just asking about the atmosphere.
I would say that you're going to notice that, but I say you know where you're at.
All right.
You got the Olympics.
Marchand, McKinnon, Suzuki.
Jesus.
Stone, Crosby, Marner. Oh, that's a hell of a line right there. Third line.
Good God.
And then Hagel, Horvat, Reinhardt.
Okay.
And then Jarvis and Bennett. Taves, McCarr, Morrissey, Parayko, Harley, Doughty, Theodore, Sanheim. I would imagine Theodore's going to find his way in there at some point, too.
They're loaded.
Sanheim's a big body also.
Andy, they're loaded.
I know.
They are
so
loaded.
So if Parayko were to struggle, or, Sanheim's the easy replacement for him.
Loaded.
But I don't see Parayko having issues there. USA, Tkachuk, Eichel, Tkachuk. I think you got to play the Tkachuks together. And if they can't keep it together... and if they're not playing, then maybe you got to separate them if they're running around a little bit.
Who are they matching up with? Who would they match up against?
McDavid. Maybe the McDavid line, because Eichel obviously can.
Wilson against the Tkachuk brothers. Good. Yeah. God, I'm pumped up for this,
Gensel,
Andy.
Matthews, Boldy. I love that line, too. Matthew Boldy's going to be a star in this tournament also. All he does is score goals.
He scores goals.
And I love Gensel, too. Friend of the show. Connor, Larkin, Thompson. I could see Tage playing higher in the lineup also, if necessary.
Kyle, that's a speedy line. You got size on that line still.
But I could see Larkin and Thompson having a lot of chemistry. I'm curious how much they played together at the World Championships.
They're loaded.
If they did. I think Larkin was there. Maybe Larkin wasn't there at the World Championships. Miller, Nelson, Hughes. I don't know what to think about these New York Ranger guys, man.
I don't either.
And Brock Nelson's having a hell of a year. I know we've said that before.
No, he's having a great year.
I've watched this guy play.
He's having a great year.
He's a great player.
He's having a great year.
He is.
He's having a great year. But we talked about the playoffs, and he wasn't great.
I don't know how healthy Jack Hughes is either.
I don't know. Him on the fourth line, what's he? Is he going to bring you energy? Is he going to give you an energy shift?
So
I don't know.
You have Trocheck and Keller as your extras, So we'll see how that plays out. All these guys.
I don't know if I like that fourth line.
I
don't know if I like that fourth line.
They're gonna have to toy with that one.
Yeah,
a little bit.
Yeah, they're gonna have to mix and match a little bit.
Yeah. All right. Hughes, McAvoy, Slavin, Faber, Sanderson, Werenski.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Hannafin's not even cracking the top six for their defense.
Andy, loaded.
So the defense is way deeper than Canada's. You look at the third pair: Sanderson, Werenski, compared to Doughty and Harley. And I like Harley.
Harley's pretty damn good. He's
really good.
He's pretty damn good. He's big, he's lanky.
I watched Doughty the other day. And listen, he's going to be fine. He knows how to play in any situation.
Yes. He could rise to the occasion.
He can. Speed, he could have some trouble too. You know what I mean? He could have some trouble.
Andy, you're right.
And would you be more comfortable having Sanheim or somebody else in there? I don't know.
It's a
big long stick, big body.
It's
Doughty's got the experience, man. Go ahead and give it to him.
Who's going to come up big? Who's
Who's your pick for Canada?
To come up big?
Yeah.
You want to know?
Mm-hmm.
One guy is going to dominate. A kid is going to dominate. And that kid is Macklin Celebrini.
Mm.
He is going to be a pain in the ass. He's got energy. He's going to be flying around.
Right.
And it's not going to be as rough and
playing
wild.
With McDavid.
It's not going to be as rough. And he ain't going to get hit as much.
Well, I love how they put Wilson on his line, too.
Exactly. Go do your thing, kid. He's going to be a pain in the ass to deal with.
No, I love that. That's a great pick.
Who do you got?
For Canada, outside of the big dogs, because you just assume that they're going to play well. But I'm going to say a guy like Horvat or something like that. Horvat could all of a sudden score some goals.
It's just like kind of like no one's really talking about him.
But I don't know how much ice time those guys are going to get either.
That's the thing, dude.
You know what I mean?
That's why this kid.
Yeah. But I think
the way he skates, holy shit.
But I think a Wilson is just going to be. He's going to have like electricity in his boots. He's just going to be crazy.
Yeah,
he's going to be crazy. So I'm looking forward to seeing him play. I could say him as well. What about for USA? I think Tage. Tage is going to have an unbelievable tournament, dude. I just feel it.
For me, if I had to guess, a kid that is dominating, been very consistent, that really is under the radar, and that's Boldy.
Yeah, so good, man. He's good everywhere.
He's good.
He was good in the Four Nations too.
His highlights are pretty sick, man.
Yeah, he scores. How many goals does he have right
dude,
now?
He goes 100 miles an hour. He's
goals?
got an unbelievable shot. Does he get talked about as?
No,
I watch NHL Network all the time. People, are they talking about him that much?
No. He's got 32 goals in 54 games this year.
Pretty goddamn good. Did you see Tkachuk come out and say, "This ain't the best of the best"?
Did he say that?
Yeah.
Good for him.
Yeah, it's true.
He should say it. It's not the best on best.
But aren't the Russians out because of the performance enhancing from a couple years ago, or is it because of what they're doing?
No, I think it's because of the war.
So they're still not.
In 2022, we got Eric Staal on our show. He played in the Olympics in 2022 as the captain for Canada, and they played against OAR.
Is it 22?
The Olympics of Russia.
That was
Olympic athletes of Russia, OAR. That was a team. They played in the gold medal game and lost to Finland. And they had like a bunch of KHL guys cruising around. Remember, no NHL guys were over there, obviously.
Yeah, that's why no one really talked about it.
No.
Sorry.
But if you look at some of those rosters, I mean, like, they had a bunch of young kids. Like, Canada had Owen Power and some other guys playing.
That was kind of just like that. I don't think anybody paid it.
No, I watched a little bit.
But it's not pumped up like what's happening now.
Canada and USA didn't even medal.
Yeah.
Slovakia did. You know that Slavkovsky, who was drafted first overall from Montreal? Mm-hmm. Do you remember him in the Olympics in 2022?
Mm-mm.
As a 17-year-old?
Oh, yeah.
I remember this story. I never put two and two together that was him, dude. He had like 7 goals in the tournament. He was unbelievable for Slovakia. They won the bronze. It was like the first time they had ever medaled in the Olympics. It's a huge story. And he wasn't even drafted. He was wearing a full cage in the Olympics.
Child.
It makes me like him even more.
Yeah. I like Montreal.
I do too.
I like Montreal. They're fun.
And I like Slovakia too, man. They got a little Dalibor Dvorsky floating around too.
Yeah. Yep.
People
Broberg, Dvorsky.
Broberg's on Sweden.
No, I know. I'm just saying. They got people, the Blues.
Yeah. But Dvorsky is a guy that everyone wants that instant gratification. Like, he's 20 years old, dude. And you're starting to see, like...
He's starting to get it.
Like, you get the first overall pick, and then you let him, like, develop with some of these other guys they have in the lineup, dude. Well, it would be a dream come true.
I was going to say,
like, Blues fans.
My opinion, there's just rumors about Kyrou and Thomas, and I see a little mixture of people say, I get rid of them, and I just look at it like, why?
Right.
Why? Even if they give you a boatload, I'm like, well, you're trying to find another one of those.
Right, exactly.
Why the fuck
you
would
better
you
be
get rid
getting
of
one in
You're
return.
not. You're going to get a first, second line center somewhere. Potential, that 80-point guy, what? A 40-point or 40 goal scorer? I know their attitude maybe is off at times and stuff like that. And I know they get chirped for trying to be the leader and be the guy, but I wouldn't get rid of those.
Yeah, but
two.
You know what? Sometimes you ask guys to be the guy, and this is not
their thing.
It's not who they are. Maybe they're not good enough to be the guy either.
So what? But find a guy.
But they're great, like, secondary players. They can play on your top line, but they're also guys that need great players around them. They need to play with really good players, and it's not their personality to just take charge. You drafted Kyrou in the second round. He makes $8 million, dude. You got guys that are making $13, $14, $15, $16 million. He's not like one of the highest paid players.
No.
And either is Robbie Thomas.
No.
So, like, all of a sudden you start, like, you're not getting guys in free agency. That's just the reality here in St. Louis. Just based on, when guys have options, they're not looking to sign with the Blues. No. Guys who are young, who are superstar players. And how many superstars even reach free agency anymore? So you just need to build some, you need elite talent to put around these guys. And if you can draft them,
and shit, yeah. That's why I wouldn't touch
those guys are capable of coming in and becoming a franchise player eventually.
18-year-old monster that's going to dominate with. You want those guys in your lineup to play with. Mm-hmm. You need a Thomas. You need a Kyrou to complement this kid.
Well, all of a sudden, Kyrou's playing lights out.
I know.
His last
Spinning
like,
off
10
of guys,
games.
ripping
And
pucks,
dude,
get out of
he,
here.
I don't understand why he can't play like that all the time.
Because that's the hard part of being a professional athlete.
Mm-hmm.
That's the hardest part, Andy. You know that.
And some
to
guys,
be consistent.
Yeah, but some guys can, right?
Some guys can. Crosby can do it. McKinnon can do it. McDavid could do it. Draisaitl can do it.
Mm-hmm.
Not too many people can. That's why they are superstars.
Right. But when he's on, dude, like he's like the best player on the ice.
Why are we? I keep those two.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I sometimes, I think you just assume you have to change it up.
I don't know.
But you got to be getting something better.
What are you getting? Oh, right now, ready young kid. That's what Army would want, and then you want a couple first rounders. No. If you look back on the drafts, the top 3-5 picks in the last 15 years, there's some doozies, baby. Monsters. Organizational changing monsters in the first 3 picks. If you look back the last 15 years, let's look at it. But then you start creeping up a little bit, and it just kind of fades out a little bit.
Yeah.
It just does. Unless you get lucky. Like a Kaprizov or something.
Policy genius, Cam. Are you setting up Kate with life insurance?
Of course.
And making sure that they're taken care of?
Yeah, dang right.
You know why I sleep so well right now? Because I know my family is taken care of. That if something were to happen to me, they are taken care of.
You're dang right. Got
life insurance is so important. So important. And that's why I look around, like if I'm at a New Year's Eve party or a birthday party.
And he goes to a lot of parties. He gets invited everywhere.
And I say, wow, life is good.
Dang good.
Life is damn good right now.
But it could change. It could change.
Policy genius, baby. Start the new year with clarity and security. Lock in your life with an insurance policy. Lock in your life insurance today. Policy Genius. It's an online insurance marketplace, Cam, that allows you to compare quotes from some of America's top insurers side by side for free.
That's what you do.
So if you want to know, hey, I want the best deal. Am I getting the best deal? Policy Genius shows you
That's what you want.
What the best deal is. So their licensed team helps you get what you need fast so you can get on with your life.
That's where you want to be.
Easily find what you need, coverage, amounts, prices, terms, no guesswork, just clarity.
Clarity. That's what you want.
Policy Genius helps you find your most affordable policy that meets your needs. They answer questions, handle paperwork, and advocate for you throughout the process.
God dang.
Plan the year knowing you protected what you've built. With Policy Genius, you can see if you can find 20-year life insurance policies starting at just $276 a year for $1 million in coverage.
Oh, Jesus. That's a lot of money.
Head to policygenius.com/Cam. I know.
CAM, baby. Let's go.
I'm sorry. Policygenius.com/Cam to compare life insurance quotes from top companies and see how much you could save. That's policygenius.com/Cam.
Yeah. You watch Super Bowl?
Hey, what did Kucherov say, though? Real quick.
Coochie?
Yeah.
He said it's not best on best.
It's not. I
AI.
hate when they call it best on best. Everything's AI. You know, all the commercials in the Super Bowl are AI.
Well, yeah, that's always going to be the case. Yeah, but news like that could have been AI. Could have got.
Well, it's not. I don't know why more Russian players haven't spoken out about it.
I don't know either.
Because I've talked to a couple privately, and they're not happy about it, that they don't get to play. It's like this big celebration. It's essentially an NHL event. I know they're not saying it is, but the PA and everybody had to agree to go play.
Yeah.
Majority of the players and every one of the faces of the Olympic hockey tournament are NHL players. All of them.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't
know how there wasn't a bigger push. I wish the Players Association would have said, we're not going if the Russians aren't playing.
Yeah, they ain't going to do that. That would cause fucking you out of your mind.
Why?
These people would go crazy. There's people that would go nuts about that, I would say.
For political reasons?
Yeah. It would cause a firestorm, although I agree. Just let everybody play. We've done shit. Israel's done shit. Shit.
Wouldn't you love to see, Russia take on that Canada team?
Of course. I like to see U.S.-Russia at the very end, like back in the day. I did watch 1980 on Netflix. It was really
amazing,
good. It was. I figured I've seen everything about it. No. This was really good. Check it out. 1980.
I've only watched.
It made me. I was drinking wine and getting my mind right.
Did you cry?
Yes, because I felt like they're so passionate. I just USA chatting. I'm like, God dang, just was fucking
You know,
awesome.
I've only watched half of it so far.
It's really
so
good.
I'll
Andy,
watch the
you gotta
rest.
finish the whole thing.
Oh, I will. But I'm like watching
The
it with my
video
kid.
of them playing is fantastic.
It's amazing.
The way they could.
They
so
shoot the puck so wide during practice. Ty's watching. He's like, "Oh my god,
you
he
might be able
hasn't-
to make that team.
He has not hit the net." Like, I mean, they'd come down like these 3-on-0s, dude, and the shot would go into the
then
corner.
what you
dude.
have to do with Ty is find a stick from back then.
I know.
And then give it to him. Like,
He's like,
shoot the puck.
You go shoot with this.
Yeah.
Well, he wasn't chirping.
Were you chirping?
No, just watching.
Dude,
I love watching old-time hockey to watch how they play.
Hockey does not age
But
well.
then you see the Russian do like a spinorama on a one-on-one and go backhand shelf. I'm like, damn.
The way they
on
skated,
those skates?
But the U.S. was skating hard, forecheck and hitting. There's a couple big hits too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, blocking shots. Goalie was fantastic.
Yeah, but
He was awesome.
hockey's come a long way.
But exactly, hockey does not age well, right?
No.
Like you go back, you look a little different. 20 years back.
Football's similar.
Yeah, but you go back in the early 90s and stuff like that, they're still running fast.
Those
You got
guys can play.
Bo Jackson.
But they weigh like 50 pounds less.
The way guys skated, even in the 80s, like, hey, the goalies are kind of like.
Yeah, I know.
They have that weird, completely
The
different
goalies
stride.
look completely different.
Goalies look completely different.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It's
It
so
does
funny, man.
not age
It doesn't
well.
age well. The Super Bowl, what a terrible game.
Terrible game.
I knew it was going to be bad, too, with these teams.
Can
New
I-
England's embarrassing. Like, they
The
should
game was-
never even be in the Super Bowl.
They had an easy.
They had an
way
easy
there.
way to get there.
And what's his name getting hurt?
Bo Nix wasn't even playing in the championship game. They had a terrible offensive game. I know it was in the snow, but they did nothing in the
He
AFC
got
championship.
rocked.
And for Buffalo to lose in overtime to Denver, that could have been a great game,
Yeah,
dude,
I
having
know.
Josh Allen go up against that defense. Man, I'll give Seattle a lot of credit, but no one had, the running back who's a hell of a player. He was actually on my fantasy football team this year.
I think his dad was his first game watching him live.
No. His dad was hardcore with him growing up.
Yeah, but I think he couldn't go to any of the games because pro games because he hates being around people.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Why?
he has anxiety around a
His
ton
dad
of people.
does?
Yeah,
So Walker the third.
yeah.
So they showed his dad once, Walker Jr. And so I looked up about his dad. Like, hey, did he play in the league or what's his story? But he would work the late shift overnight, and he'd come home and he'd do these workouts that he would do on his own. And his kids would come out and they do the workouts with him. Then he would do a workout that was designed for them. And then he would do his football workouts, dude.
Oh,
He's been training and coaching that kid since he was like
That's awesome.
young. And, they're from Texas. I think they grew up, or maybe Tennessee, or Memphis, Tennessee, I think. Somewhere down, maybe in the South. But anyway, so he gets him to get a scholarship to Michigan State. And that kid's humble as shit, man. You listen to him be interviewed, the running back.
Yeah.
Doesn't say anything, never talks. You never see him in the media. Doesn't celebrate on the field.
No, he's
like
humble.
Barry Sanders, dude. How he
I like that.
how he operates.
I like that.
He's
You know
cool
who
as shit.
ruined the game before the game even started?
Who? Bad Bunny.
No.
Charlie Puth did a good job. Gave him a shout out on the national anthem.
We'll talk about that. He was okay.
You didn't like that?
I didn't like any. I don't know why. Like I remember the national anthem a couple years ago when long-haired Chris Stapleton did it, and they're showing the Eagles sideline, and their coach was crying. I was like, whoa, that got me. Nothing got me. Like I wasn't. Like I don't know why. Even
It
America
didn't
the Beautiful
totally get you.
usually gets me.
Yeah.
They were okay. Nothing. And then this fucking guy. I know he dresses crazy all the time, but that Mac Hollins walks in. He walks into the game looking like Hannibal Lecter. Like then it just. I know he does that, but in this particular game, you make a scene like that, meaning like you thought of that, like that's what's on your mind. It just looks bad.
How much attention do you need?
How much attention
and
do you
even
need?
during the
What is it
announcements
for?
when they introduced the New England Patriots, he walked out
I
after
saw it.
everybody
I saw
by
it.
himself.
Yeah,
I know he had a touchdown in the game, and
he had 26 yards.
but he scored a touchdown.
He
It was a nice
3 for
catch.
like
Yeah,
20.
but he had the quarterback missing every time he threw the ball. Drake
Yeah,
May was
but
not good in the game.
He got rocked. Seattle. Oh my god! I thought they were going to slow down in maybe the second half.
No, dude.
Their defense was unbelievable, but it was a boring game. So I didn't like anything up, and then the game was boring. Now I'm having fun chilling at my house. It was beautiful here in St. Louis. We had food out the ass that Kate and I got, having a good time. Bad Bunny. I didn't watch the other one where like a lot of my buddies did with Kid Rock and all that. So I'm like, let me see what Bad Bunny's all about. Like, let's see it. God, he's just goofy. I don't know what the fuck that was. Like, I appreciate his, like, the way he could get around and choreographed and all that stuff, how he did it. Like, but his voice wasn't good.
No.
Sorry, but Latino music, the same drum beat every time. I feel like I heard a couple songs that maybe other rappers sang back in the day, like Daddy Yankee or something. I could have sworn he just didn't do anything
I don't know.
for me, man.
It was not good.
Even
my wife said this.
I was wondering what you were going to.
This is the worst.
Too. My wife said the same thing.
Worst halftime show that she had ever seen.
And Lori and Kate.
Yeah.
Aren't,
they like
everybody. They like
everybody.
Everything. They want to be inclusive.
It was just so bad. And Ty was like, I don't know what he's saying.
Exactly.
And like, I mean,
I was wondering what you were going to say.
Yeah, no.
I was wondering what you were going to say.
I think it was great.
I think it was. That was fantastic. Good for them.
We need more diversity at halftime.
The girls were hot, shaking that ass. Don't get me wrong.
Lady Gaga was fine when she's like Marilyn Monroe or something.
She didn't do anything.
She just stood there and
The last guy that performed, I thought was kind of cool. Handsome dude. Like, he was kind of cool. He was into it more. But Bad Bunny, for some reason, I'm looking at him like it's an SNL skit.
But he didn't make it political or anything.
Nah. I want, I always watch like the top music performances at the Super Bowl, and there were some badass ones. You want to, I don't know, it's something different. I don't know how to explain it. Who would I really want to see? I don't really know if I have somebody.
Have what?
For a Super Bowl halftime show. Who would you want? Fish.
I'd probably have Fish do it.
And he knows one band. He's listened to one band his whole life. Fish. God, that's funny.
Maybe they would put on a great halftime show.
Just Bad Bunny. Listen, I did not watch the Turning Point Kid Rock stuff. Didn't watch it. I watched this. I wanted to see what Bad Bunny was all about. And he just kind of looked goofy.
Mm-hmm.
They're like,
I don't really know what he's all about.
I can't understand what he's saying, but I like Rammstein too.
Doesn't he sing in English too, though?
I didn't hear any English.
I didn't hear any either.
Which is odd. Still, you're watching the Super Bowl. Like,
it's an international event, though.
No, it's fucking American, North American through and through.
A lot of celebrities on the field.
Football is fucking straight up Americano, dude. They watch other football over there.
Football.
I mean, come on.
I know.
You'll have scattered fans everywhere, but no, football is more U.S. than any sport.
No, it is. So is the Super Bowl's as American
like fucking hockey's all over the place. Basketball's way over in fucking
football's all Americans.
All American.
There may be an
American
Australian kicker here,
dude.
That punter for Seattle was unbelievable.
All the kickers are good in the NFL. I'm sorry. I like watching college football games. There are some badass NFL games. But at least in college football, somebody's really going to fuck up. Like, it's not going to be like a...
It's not perfect.
Like Drake May got killed, and they were just perfect on D, and then he figured it out at the end. But it was just like... But college is so much more unpredictable, I feel like, where you're going to miss... These guys don't miss field goals that much. College, they do. That is a big thing. Field goals, extra point, they miss those a lot more. And I feel like there's so much more drama when that happens.
Do you feel like Mike Vrabel looks like Aaron Hernandez? I think he looks just like him.
That one dude that walked in with handcuffs looked like Aaron Hernandez.
What's his deal?
Me! It's about me!
It was about...
I'm going to show everybody I can do crazy things before the biggest
about a movie.
Game in the world. Walk in and shut the fuck up. And just fucking get dressed and fucking focus.
I'd cut his ass.
Jesus
I really would.
Christ. And I know Cam, it didn't affect anything.
It was about a movie called Warriors.
If that was a hockey player, too. Yeah, the Warrior.
1979
Yeah,
movie.
we're the Warriors. Got the battles on their hand. I didn't get into it.
But dude, you got like who helped you like get ready? Did you have a team?
Yeah, because he's thinking about other
things.
You're
thinking about that and not the game?
Just listen to your headphones. Just go in there and be ready to do
like you're not
thing.
A superstar either.
Is
and
he?
that's the only reason people talk about you. Oh, he's played on like basically different teams every year.
It's odd behavior.
He was on Buffalo a few years back.
It's just I don't think that's cool. Other people will look at that like, yeah, cool. I don't think it is.
It's not cool. It's maybe in an all-star game or something.
Yeah. If there's like something that
doesn't require
it's just not
a lot of focus.
It's not a hockey thing. We don't think that way.
Hey, what
right?
do you make?
Hockey players and football players think differently when it comes to that. And people chirp hockey players because they are too straight. But you got to think of the game. Like, if my teammate was that loud before, he'd be like, just calm the fuck down.
What do you make out of Michkov and Tkachuk?
I don't like it.
What's going on there?
You need to control some things. You got fucking Briere's trying to put fires out.
Keith Jones
is coming out. He's saying one thing. They're saying,
You can't have your coach, I think, publicly overly criticizing a star young player. I think there's a dangerous, you're entering dangerous territory. Like the organization's like, hey, we need to market this guy. We need to develop this guy. We put a lot of stock into this kid.
Yeah, it took a process to get him.
We need him. We don't need to be airing out our dirty laundry of what's going on behind the scenes and making it public.
And you're saying that he didn't come into shape.
That's what I mean.
We already know he didn't come into shape. This is fucking February.
Right.
Figure that out. You can figure that out in a week.
But that's what I mean. Like that doesn't, some things don't need to be said publicly about a young player, right? I just think you just got to protect your investment, if you will.
Yeah, and that is your investment.
And behind the scenes, hey, whatever you got to do, do whatever you got to do.
You need to ride him hard, then do it. Mm-hmm. But don't do it. Just keep it down. You look goofy,
right?
And people are talking about you, and they're chirping. And then Biz chirps somebody, says you got the worst fans, and then they're going crazy about Biz. Like it's kind of chaos.
And I love talk, but at the same time, like you're not going to last very long there. If one, you don't win, right? And number two, you're the future, right? The young prospects who are considered to be future super. And I get it, man. I've seen a lot of these coaches put in bad spots all the time, where an organization and a fan base just elevates a player to such a level, and they're either not as good as people make them out to be, or people have no idea, but they're not doing the work behind the scenes to truly get the most out of them. The coaches can't get the most out of them. They're not helping the team. They're a liability when they're on the ice. They're not doing what they're supposed to be doing away from the rink. They're late to meetings. They're not in shape.
Bad attitude. Doing as least as possible. Not getting your treatment done.
Sucking the life out of the building.
That could happen 100%.
So
that could be the case too.
I get that. But there's got to be. This is where I think
hide it for now.
This is where the
until
coach
it comes out
and the
organically.
GM, hey, we got to be on the same page in terms of what we're saying publicly.
Yes, and we've seen organizations do that.
We don't need drama.
We've seen organizations close to here do that in the past year.
Oh yeah,
Cardinals had a weird messaging problem for a year and a half with certain players and stuff like that, and it's getting better now. But yeah, you have to be on the same page with all this stuff. But that could be the case. Stuff that we don't see, stuff that a lot of people don't see.
But when a coach is just coming out and throwing them under the bus, and then the GM comes out just moments later and is trying to put out fires, it just makes it look like not everybody's on the same page.
Because they're not.
And who's going to win this one? Is the GM going to go or the coach going to go eventually? Because they need the kid to be good, right?
Or the kid goes.
Stuff
that you maybe don't know about. I don't know.
But they probably don't want him coming out and asking for a trade and pissing off his agent and everything. See, that's what happens, especially with some of these Russian kids. All of a sudden, the coach is calling them out publicly. What happens? Now the agent's all pissy.
Yeah.
They want out of there.
Yeah. They want to go to L.A.?
Want to go to L.A. with Panarin? People are like, they should have gotten more. It's like, listen, these guys, these players,
they want to go where they want to go.
They hold their cards
perfectly,
and they get to go wherever they want to go.
Yes.
Signed a 2-year extension. Yeah, he could have gotten 4 years from somewhere else.
Kraken, maybe.
He wants to go to L.A.
Of course. When you're making 11.5, you could live in LA and you could do whatever you want, and it's a really nice area.
Yeah,
it's just that simple. You're making $800 or 1.5, you're okay. But these guys want to live there. It's nice.
He's lived in Russia, Chicago,
Columbus,
New York, dude. He's never been in a warm weather climate.
He wants to go to LA. He knows the traffic situation in New York. There's a lot
traffic situation. It's a lot of traffic in LA, dude. Are you kidding me?
Exactly. So he's somewhat used to that.
Oh.
But you're going to get even worse in LA, baby.
It's so bad.
It's the most depressing thing in the world. Looking at your phone, knowing, I got to go 13 miles. Okay, I got to go to Anaheim. Okay, let's see. Anaheim's not as bad as LA. Oh, you look at your Google map, and it's all red, and it says 2 hours.
But the players, they don't they don't have a morning skate down at the building where they play in. What's it called?
Downtown, whatever. Staple.
Next to LA Live, whatever.
Yeah. Oh, no, it's Crypto.
Crypto Arena. So the morning skates aren't held down there.
They go do their thing.
They have their practice facility. A lot of the players live right by the practice facility.
Yeah. Nice areas.
And then after the games, there's no traffic to get home.
Nope.
So they don't really have to deal with.
They don't have to go
in
in there. You don't. Have to, you're not like working a day night. You practice out there. You go in there for the games.
Because Vegas has a lot of traffic too. People don't realize that also.
Sure.
Where they live in Summerlin, to try to get to the Strip, that could be difficult sometimes too.
It's going to be difficult in St. Louis coming up here.
Why?
Highway 40.
They shutting it down?
I think they're doing some construction.
A phase?
And it's already shitty.
Oh my God! Didn't they do that a few years back where it was all shut down for a while?
Guy didn't want to move.
All right, listen. I got to give my thoughts and my prayers, everything to the Guthrie family.
Oh God.
Savannah Guthrie.
Weird stuff going on. Weird.
So I'm doing my own investigating.
Weird.
And I'm not going to sleep, dude, until I find her.
Son of a bitch.
This is terrible. She's 84 years of age. Nancy doesn't have her life-saving medicine.
She's donezo.
But no, she's still alive. I believe that they think she's still alive. They've sent pictures or something to the family. I'm of the belief that this may be an inside job. Cam.
Weird.
None of the neighbors have it on video.
No one has video? No, in a wealthy neighborhood, you know everybody that's coming in and out of there. How do you not put this together? It doesn't make any sense. Now, they're not going to tell us if they know things right now anyway.
Yeah, but the sister dropped her off that night at 9 p.m. after dinner.
Who came to their house?
The sister.
What car? No, show me all the cars. What fucking license plate that come in and out of that wealthy neighborhood? I'm looking at if somebody came in my neighborhood and somebody got kidnapped, like, who was it? Yeah, I see the camera coming in every second. Who was it? There's one way to come in and one way to go out.
I'm not accusing.
What the fuck?
I'm not accusing the sister.
Yeah,
Yoink.
Yeah, but they thought it was the sister's husband, and he got cleared.
He did. He did get cleared.
I told you about Elizabeth Smart, who got kidnapped. They fucking blamed the goddamn dad. They blamed the mom. They blamed this, blamed that. And it was always some creep that this guy fucking had these creeps come over that were struggling. Check my house out. I'll give you free.
How are they sending ransom letters and not getting caught?
I don't know. When was the last time we had a big kidnapping like this? Lindbergh baby back in the day. Remember that?
No.
God, what? Charles Lindbergh.
Oh, really?
Their baby
the
got
pilot?
Kidnapped. Yes.
Really?
He was the most popular guy in the world.
And his baby got kidnapped?
Yeah, remember that? Well, we weren't alive.
So what happened? They find him?
I think they killed the baby.
Oh, my God, dude.
God. Well, shit. Elizabeth Smart, when she got kidnapped, she got lucky, man. She got lucky.
And they found her.
Yeah.
They also found
but things
Michael
happened.
Devlin's kids. Too.
Oh, Lord E.B.
I was all over this.
Oh, God. Right here in goddamn Kirkwood, Missouri.
The pizza guy.
Kirkwood, Missouri. Emos. And he got a little too comfortable, and he let him kind of roam outside a little bit. And I think somebody noticed a little kid. Oh, God. 2 little boys. Son of a
Remember
bitch.
the guy in Cleveland?
With the 3 girls.
Oh, my God. They came running out of the house. Help me.
Listen, Elizabeth Smart had so many times to escape, but you get so scared and you start listening to this guy and you're around him all the time. You get Stockholm Syndrome. Yeah. You just have to try to escape.
So anyway,
God.
They had like a baby together in the Cleveland house. He killed himself in prison. Or maybe he got killed by somebody.
Yeah. Maybe
hide your wife, hide your kids, because you got somebody raping everybody out here.
That was gigantic back in 2009.
Hide your wife, hide your kids,
because they raping everybody right here. I love that song.
Oh, yeah.
God, they did a remix on that mug. Antoine Davies or something. God, that was a damn good song.
But the guy who was kidnapping those girls in Cleveland, there was like a neighbor who had like a viral video too, interview. He says some funny shit, remember?
Yeah.
He's like, 3 white girls knocking on my door.
And they come to a black man's arms like this. 3 young girls come to a black. I knew something was wrong. He's awesome. We love you, homie.
That was a great line.
Scary stuff, Andy. Scary stuff.
I know.
Man. I feel like that just hasn't been a really
the guy who started the TV show America's Most Wanted, his son got kidnapped in like a Kmart.
Jesus.
Walsh.
Really?
Maddie, you know what I'm talking about? Walsh, America's Most Wanted.
Maddie, just ignore him. Maddie, I talk to you.
He never knows what I'm talking about. And then
Maddie, I talk to you.
But if you say
me and you have
he
contact.
says he knows exactly what that is.
Don't waste your fucking time.
Come on, Maddie. Look it up,
Jesus
Walsh.
Christ. Don't waste your time.
You don't remember?
I don't know.
Here it is.
You know what the most sad?
Adam Walsh. Dude, this was just terrible. This was in Florida. Oh, God. Way too...
What? Read it.
It's very sick.
Read
what
it.
It says. I can't read all that. But his father was John Walsh, became an advocate for victims of violent crimes, and was the host of the television program America's Most Wanted. He also hosted The Hunt with John Walsh and In Pursuit with John Walsh.
So he got kidnapped at a what? A Walmart or something?
From a Sears department store.
Gee, just like that. Bam. Just like that. Oh, hey, come here real quick. Let me show you. Your mom's right here. No, your mom.
Poor kid.
Oh, Lordy B. Your mom's right here. Your mom's right here. Open the van. Boom. Put it in.
Boom. See, back in the day, they used to get away with that, I think.
Yeah, like
it was
in the 90s.
Easier to kidnap.
Yeah, you could follow their trace. They go to the bus stop. Like, I remember being a kid living way out yonder and, like, walking a mile to go to the bus stop. Like, a guy could have done a lot of things.
Well, that's what the pizza guy did. He stole them from the bus stop, dude, in Richwoods.
My parents couldn't walk me down there every time we're just hanging out. I don't know if I would.
I told you how that one guy tried to kidnap me when I was a kid, and I ran from him.
Stop it now.
And I ran from him.
Stop it now. You can't do this. Andy,
I did.
Stop it.
I ran from the guy.
Stop it. Stop.
He chased me.
You can't listen. All these kids. What's happening now?
He chased me.
You
through
always
the
have
neighborhood.
to make it about you.
He chased me.
Maddie, he's the one-upper. Even with kidnapping stories, he has to one-up people. He has to one-up real kidnappings that are going on. Get on with yourself,
dude. He tried to get me.
No, he didn't.
Remember, I told you I yelled, "Hey, old man!"
No.
And he came after me.
He would have. A lot of people could have got you. Probably. They could get you right now. And he might get kidnapped
tonight.
Andy can get kidnapped
if I walk my dog by myself.
Have Lori walk with you.
I know.
Have her there. Jesus.
Dude, but we're thinking about Savannah Guthrie. You know, they're saying they're going to pay for it now. Give me your honest opinion. So I don't know. I don't want to say I don't think it's an inside job, but it just seems so suspicious. I'm not accusing the sister at all. So don't think that I am saying that. I feel for her as well and the brother.
God, yeah, it's all weird, man.
And so she did not work the opening ceremonies of the Olympics, and I don't know when she's going to come back.
I don't know. I'm going to keep an eye on it.
Is she giving NBC exclusive content?
I don't know. But it's shady. That I do know.
Well, what do you think happened?
I don't know yet. I don't know enough about it, man. Things change. There's not as much information.
Is there anything new this morning?
I don't think so.
I thought they were going to break in during the Super Bowl. Wouldn't that have been? It was on NBC too.
There was a couple cool Super Bowl commercials.
I didn't watch any of them.
Oh, I did. The Budweiser one with the eagle and the horse was awesome.
Yeah, that was cool.
Do you see the one in the with the Jewish kid, the Jewish hate one?
I heard it, but I didn't see it.
It was kind of a buzzkill because
why?
There was a lot of funny ones, like commercials in a row, and then this one in school where it had like I don't know, like a note on his shirt or something.
Savannah Guthrie's mom, Nancy, code word used in message to captor.
Okay.
There's a code word.
Remember,
I used to have a code word with my dog to attack people?
When you got kidnapped, did you have a code word?
No, I ran. I was screaming. He was gonna.
So anyway,
he was trying to get me, dude.
So anyway, let's go.
Steve
wasting people's
brings
time.
us the Cam and Strick podcast.
And he's trying to one up.
Hey, Eric Stahl's coming on this edition. What a great career.
God, yeah.
The Staal brothers.
Hell yeah.
The Blues almost took Jordan Staal. You know what's interesting? In 2008, where the Blues had the 4th overall pick, Jordan Staal went second. Did you know that?
Mm-hmm.
Who went first that year?
Well, EJ.
Stamkos.
Wait. What year?
I'm sorry. EJ went. This is 2000.
Jesus.
This is 2006. I'm sorry.
Oh, 6.
EJ went first overall, and then Taves went 3rd overall. Jordan Staal went 2nd overall.
Yeah.
And the Blues had Staal at number 2 also.
Oh, really?
If they weren't going to take EJ, they were going to take Jordan Staal over Taves. And Jordan Staal, he's still playing, dude.
Really?
I'm pretty sure he plays for Carolina still. And he's having a good year. I remember watching him play earlier this
Freak
year.
athletes.
Is that what they are?
Yeah.
And
They're all
Mark,
taull, lanky, could skate,
Yeah.
you know. Handsome.
and Mark,
good guys.
Mark Staal was a great player,
Mark
too.
Staal, too. So if you had to rank them, because I'm going to ask him to rank your brothers.
They wouldn't wear the jersey.
The Pride jersey?
Yeah.
Yeah. But he did get
He
got.
did wear it before.
He wore it before, and he said, I've never wore that, but he got video him.
Oh, he said he never wore it?
Yeah, unless that's AI.
Dude.
Again, like.
Jordan Staal is 37 years old. He's played almost 1,400 games.
Damn, good for you,
Jordan
dude.
Staal.
Jordan.
You know how many goals he has this year?
How many?
15.
Not bad, kid.
It's amazing.
It's unbelievable.
This guy's
Good old farm boys. Where are they from again?
Thunder Bay.
Oh, god dang. Hardcore Thunder Bay. I've been up there. My first year in the O, they still had Thunder Bay in the league.
So 2006
Then they moved to Saginaw,
draft,
right?
Eric Johnson went first, then Staal, then Taves,
Yeah.
then Backstrom,
Damn.
then Kessel.
See?
So if you had to redo
Look at those.
if you had to redo that top five, what are you doing? Who are you taking first overall?
Say it one more time.
Johnson, Staal, Taves, Backstrom, Kessel.
Taves.
You're gonna take Taves first?
Yeah.
Okay. Second, Backstrom.
Backstrom probably, yeah. But whatever. Like those are generational. Like that's a big get. Look at that. That's your top five. Even Kessel, if he can go through some ups and downs, but he's going to score a lot of goals for you. He's going to play every single game. Can you imagine? Like you pick him, like he's
Nobody's
still
played more games than Jordan Staal.
It's crazy.
Claude Giroux, Milan Lucic,
Loaded.
Brad Marchand was in that draft.
Damn.
But he was a third-round pick. Most points in the 2006 draft.
Let's go. We
Is Claude
still
Giroux.
gotta interview this kid.
All right.
Let's go. Get going here.
So
I know
I'm looking
I
forward
know
to our conversation coming out with Eric Staal, baby.
Yeah.
The Olympic edition. The break's been nice. Has it not been nice?
Yeah, God, yeah.
It's been really nice.
So nice. Can I get away from hockey?
Yeah.
Go to a different separate hockey.
Firstform.com/CamandStrick. Use our link and use it today. First Form, baby.
Let's go. I use it every day.
We don't have the
Greens
energy
are red.
drinks out here
I got
today.
one in my bag.
Oh, come
No, I left it in the
You
thing.
did? But First Form energy drinks, the bars are unbelievable. First Form Nick said last night on Instagram, of course, girl dad Nick, that the peanut butter and jelly bars are his number one.
Yeah.
Not bad. I've got them up there. They're pretty damn good.
I just got my routine every morning, man.
Yeah.
I'm at my healthiest in the morning when I take on my first Form
Mhm.
stuff. Every morning. From the
Do
protein
you ever
to the
feel
creatine.
hungover in the morning?
I didn't drink much Sunday, actually.
No?
I felt pretty good.
How many?
Yeah. About a baker's dozen. No, I felt pretty good this morning, actually, because I know today's a long day.
Yeah,
and
I
if
know.
I'm dragging ass here,
No.
you're going to call me out.
I can't have you doing that.
I can't do it.
I'll find you.
Friday night, I got down with it.
Did you?
A little
I got
bit.
down with it all weekend.
You need to calm
I
down.
got to give Twisted Tree a
you
shout
need
out,
to calm
man.
down.
Great
Yeah, good-
restaurant.
Oh, boy. Tyler Layton, what's up?
He's got a new Mexican place. He was down to the Mexican place that night.
I'll check that bad boy
Yeah,
out,
they got a new
too.
Mexican place too.
Hell yeah.
All right, so firstform.com/CamandStrick. Use our link. Vitamins, protein,
Collagen.
collagen,
Greens,
magnesium, whatever you're looking
creatine.
for. You want to have a productive, efficient,
Makes me feel good every morning.
healthy life. You don't have to be working out in the gym 5 hours a day to take this stuff either. So if you're just driving around, you're sitting in the office, you want to get healthy, get to First Form now and use our link, firstform.com/CamandStrick, baby. Sparks Hockey. Dude, I told you about the issue that I had in an emergency situation. I'll never do that again. Reminder, don't allow Seth or anybody at the hockey shop to just completely ruin your weekend. Go to Sparks and go there today. Sparks Hockey. Use our link, Cam and Strick. It's going to save you more money than Black Friday and Cyber Monday. Hit a button.
Hit a button. You're good to go. It's a great investment if you're a hockey parent. The most stressful thing in the world is dealing with equipment issues when you're a young kid. You dream about it. You nightmares about it. My skates, if they're fucked up, I could be the best player in the world, and I look like a moron. Moron. Then you dream about it throughout your life when your skates are fucked up.
Oh.
You literally dream about it later on in life. I still do.
It's awful.
God dang.
It's terrible.
I swear to God.
I know.
Like, I can't get my thing on. I'm sliding over. I can't skate.
Well, people at the alumni skate.
You remember doing that when you were playing?
Chirping about your skating the other day. So
They were mad because Soupy and I
Loaded up.
We don't load the teams up. The teams just get loaded up organically in the locker room because all the ex-players want to play with the alumni. So we play against Team Gray, which Andy would probably be on unless he complained, and I'd be like, okay, fine.
I played on both teams.
I would he'd complain. I'd be like, hey, come over here. But they got pissed that we were too loaded, and we beat them up pretty good.
Okay.
So I get blamed for it. I get blamed. And actually, Jax was there, who's the leader of all of us with the alumni, and they don't bitch at him. They yell at me. They yell at me. All good. I told Andy to go out. He said no.
SparksHockey.com, baby. Get there and get there today. Sparks Hockey. And use our promo code Chemistry.
Damn right.
Save you more money than Black
Black
Friday.
Friday, money.
Of course, our friends over there, Blue Note Roofing. David
What
Novak.
up, Dave boy?
What's
up,
Dave?
boy?
He's enjoying the
Dang,
break.
boy.
He needs the break. But, he's still working on the roofs.
He's
man.
watching Team USA.
I know he is. But he's still on the roof doing his thing.
Yeah, it's warm. It's going to get warm, too. He's
Roofing, siding, gutters, soffit fascia.
God dang right.
Hell to the yeah.
Hard worker.
Dude, I was at a store the other day, and this woman says to me, hey, what's your name? And I give her my name. And she's like, I knew it. She said, I listen to your podcast every week. And the other guy at the store was like, oh, my God, you're from there. He's like, she's always talking about the podcast. She only listens to the...
A woman?
Yeah. She works at...
We love the women.
She works at Allen Edmonds. You know that store? It's like a clothing shoe store. Men's shoe store.
Did she complain about my chew spit being on the table?
Yeah, she might have.
Oh, God.
She's a Blackhawks fan, though.
Okay.
That's fine. But she doesn't like she doesn't listen to the interviews as much, but she loves the banter back and forth.
That's what,
so a big
that's what the
shout out.
women like. But they don't like when this is involved.
And they know it. They like my voice.
Oh, yeah.
She heard my voice. When
Did
she heard,
think that you looked like the way you looked?
I don't know. She didn't say that.
Because you don't have that, like,
Distinct.
macho of a voice, I would say. No. So people wouldn't be
But
like,
I remember, I always say I don't like my voice. I don't have a great voice,
I think your voice is good.
Yeah.
I don't have one.
Yeah.
I used to have a speech impediment.
Do you? I saw a
Do
great,
I? I said I used to,
I saw a
damn
great
it.
feature on Leo Carlson who has a speech
Yes,
impediment.
he does. Yeah, I noticed that.
And
right.
I had Ty watch it.
I couldn't say awe. I said Cam win.
Okay, everybody said it like that when they're young.
I don't think so.
Yeah,
no,
dude.
No, I had to go to a special class.
Okay,
So
he's an adult and he has.
Are you denouncing my speech impediment?
You're trying to
Are
make.
you
he's trying to make
denouncing
this,
my
You're trying to
speech
make this about you.
About what?
You're about. It's about Leo.
Maybe you're right on that, Andy.
This is about Leo.
You're right on that.
So this is about Leo.
Does he like this? Did he have that?
I don't know, dude. No, I think he has a stutter, dude.
That okay, like kind of Tourette's kind of thing.
But he's handling it great.
Let's go play hockey.
He's an unbelievable player and a great kid, and I love Anaheim. If Celebrini and San Jose makes the playoffs, isn't Celebrini the automatic Hart Trophy winner?
Yes.
He's got to win the Hart.
And he probably will.
In his second year in the league?
That's when you know you're a superstar.
Damn.
Sometimes you got to get one of those.
Is Gavin McKenna a guy, you think?
Yeah.
You think?
Sure. I hope so. And there's going to be another guy.
What about Ivar?
You act like I'm watching these guys. I don't know.
Well, you got to watch Gavin
You don't know.
McKenna.
When was the last time you watched Gavin? Come on.
In the
you
world.
I
watched him in the World
So
Juniors.
do we all did. But what has he done since? You don't know
He's
yet.
been playing much better.
You got to watch him a lot
He's
really
putting up a lot of points at Penn State.
I see that,
and
but I don't watch him, so I'm not going to lie to the people.
Jacking guys in the jaw.
I know, and getting out of it.
You're the first overall pick. You're bigger than that.
Yes. Chill out.
Stay out of those situations, baby. Think about the future.
Yeah, damn right.
Learn to walk away. This is a learning experience for him, although an expensive one.
Yeah, it's going to be.
And everybody's like, what was the reaction you saw on social media?
There you go, Rocky Balboa. No, it's not good. Jesus.
Not great, eh?
Oh, this guy got you? Little fuck boy. He ain't wheeling no broads anywhere around there. He does nothing. He's a loser, and he got you? You're the king dick. Making $700, and this guy got you.
You know what I would
do?
Get
on with yourself.
Hey, guys, get this fucking.
Get him out of here. Drag him. Yep, drag him out by. That's fine. Actually, not too hard. You could get. You run the show. Your family.
Get him out of here.
Get him out of here.
All right, let's get to Eric Staal.
Let's go.
Over 400 goals in his career. He went to 3 Stanley Cup finals, and he won one.
Yep.
And he had 100 points his second or third year in the league. This guy
He's
is
the real
legit,
deal.
former second overall pick. some great stories, including when he shot the puck at Dion Phaneuf. We'll talk about that next. With Eric Staal, baby, on the Cam and Strick Podcast. The Cam and Strick Podcast is brought to you by First Form, baby. Use our link and do it today. www.firstform.com/camandstrick.
Get jacked now. They are the real deal.
Get that protein, check out the apparel, eat those bars, and drink those energy drinks. Firstform.com/camandstrick.
Yeah.
Now on to the interview. Where are you living?
I'm in Edina, Minnesota.
Nice. So are they hockey players? Are you like in the mix with all that too?
Yeah, they're all playing. My oldest sophomore, he's playing high school hockey here in the great state of Minnesota, and it's pretty fun. The other guys have first year Bantam and then a squirt, so they're all playing.
Are you like Matty Cullen? We've had him on.
No.
Are your kids prodigies?
No. They're good little players.
Yeah.
They got a ways to go.
It's still fun to play high school. By the way, we just recorded.
Maddie's like,
we don't waste your time.
We practice for 2 hours before school in the backyard, and then they go to school.
Yeah, he did say that. He did say that. That's right.
His kids are damn good, though, man.
They are good little players. Yes, they are.
And he was a great interview. Thanks for doing this, man. We just hit record and we just go. We've been wanting to get you on for a long time.
You look great, by the way.
The craziest thing people may not even realize that you work with the Buffalo Sabres. I knew that, and then it like caught me off guard at the same time. So how'd that come about? I know you played there at the end of your career, so you just created a relationship with everyone there, and they were like, "Hey, come back and work for us." How'd that work?
Well, a good friend of mine, Kevin Adams, was the general manager at the time, and he traded for me to play for the Sabres late in my career, and then COVID, all the things. We don't want to rehash any of that, and then. When he traded me away from Buffalo to Montreal during that my last or towards the end of my career, he said, when you're done playing, we can revisit maybe getting you into the mix and seeing kind of the other side of the game if you're interested in that at all. And then they came through here last season in the springtime, and then him and I grabbed lunch, and then he was like, yeah, if you're interested in, I had been 2 years removed from playing, and he said, if you're interested in getting back into the mix, we'd love to have you join along with us, and you can kind of see firsthand, the management side of the game, and kind of do as much or as little as you want. It was kind of a perfect scenario for me with the kids and sports and all the things. So I jumped in, and it's been a ton of fun.
I should have put 2 and 2 together, because you guys played together in Carolina, right? Yeah.
We did. We won the cup together in 2006 with Carolina. He was good to me as a young player coming in. I was pretty young, and he was there my first year in the NHL, and so I'd known him for a number of years, and we'd stay connected over the years of me still playing. And whenever time I'd come back to Buffalo, he was kind of working through the ranks of that whole organization. And so we stayed connected over the years, and it's been cool.
Whenever you were shadowing, did you ever sit back and think like, ooh, this is pretty tough work?
It is unique work, and it's a lot. Your phone is on call at all times, and you're kind of wearing it daily, even on that side of the things. Like when you're a player, I feel like as a player, like you're just, not that you're not worried about everything else, you really are focused on what you need to do to prepare for the game. Like you're dialed in on your routine, your selfishly what you need to do to be at your best when you're on the other side. And you're kind of worried about like everything. You're worried about the minor team. You're worried about the players. You're worried about the I feel like there's just a lot more uncontrollables that you kind of worry about, but you also need to have a pulse on. So it's cool. It's unique. It's definitely competitive in a different way. But I've been fortunate to learn a little bit as this year's gone and progressed, and it's something I could see myself doing. It's hard right now to really dive in deep with, like I said, being not that far removed from playing and having 3 kids at home, and they're all playing hockey. And time goes too fast for me to really get in on the other side too deep, because I really want to invest in being around my boys and home life a little bit more.
Yeah,
I get you, man.
No, I hear you.
Damn right.
Alexander Steen, he's jumping right into it next year. I mean, he just retired a couple years ago, so it's going to be, and they're doing it right too, right? I mean, he's kind of like in the mix right now, and then Army's going to work with him for a couple years. So, like, what's your day to day though? I'll move on from it, but are you in constant communication now with Yarmo? Like, did you give the team the pump up speech, and then they took off and started winning a bunch of games? Like, we got to give you some credit here, Eric.
Yeah.
I'm not in daily contact. We actually had our mid-season amateur meetings down in Florida 2 weeks ago that I went down and kind of learning that whole side of it too, right? You're developing your organization with drafting young kids, and I was that as a kid, and then I got drafted, and I played a career, and then now it's like watching them on how they go through that process was pretty cool to see. And being in Minnesota, you see a bunch of draft eligible kids here playing. So, spew some insight when asked on guys around here, which was cool. When we have meetings, I think bi-weekly, I've been on the Zoom calls, and, as much or as little as I'm asked, I try to give an opinion. And, again, I think for me, not being that far removed from being on the ice, I can have a different perspective as far as, what my thoughts are on a player, or even just an opinion on a guy. I bounced around a little bit at the end, so I got to know a bunch of different guys and teams.
Yeah.
So I got guys kind of all over the league that I can connect with and get an opinion on with personality wise, and who could fit, who wouldn't, and whether that would be the right move for the Sabres. And so it's been pretty cool. I've liked it.
Did you go to the when you were in Montreal? Were you on the team that went to the Stanley Cup final? You were on that team, weren't you?
I was. Yep.
Okay. That's when Bergerman was like meeting you guys on the bench and like hugging everybody, after the games.
Berge was great. He was awesome. He's now with Buffalo Sabres as well.
Yeah, so, that's true.
He was great. We had 40,000 fans outside the arena standing there, and then we went down to Tampa and they had 20,000 inside the building.
My God.
A little bit unique that way.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it is what it is.
The whole thing was unique. That's why it's like
it was. Yeah.
And people get mad because I'm not taking anything away from Tampa Bay, but like the 2 years they won, it was just so weird. Like you had the bubble. I was just at that hotel in Edmonton they were like, yeah, guys were here for like 60 days in a row. It's like,
Jesus.
I'm like, oh my God. Like this is like how they had the whole thing set up. It's just crazy to me. And then the following year, like you said, like you guys can't have fans, but they can.
Yes.
I mean, and the fact that you're playing Tampa in the Stanley Cup final, the whole thing was goofy.
Yeah, it was very goofy. Yeah, not to take anything away. They were a great team, but the fact that you could go down to their arena and there's 20,000 pulsing fans, insanity, and then you went to the Bell Center where it should be that or more.
For sure.
That place is elite,
and
I think max we were allowed were 7,500. I mean, they squeezed in more for sure, but there was 40,000 on the streets outside. And I lived in the towers right by the arena, and I'd have it like, because I was traded there, and so I had like a 1-bedroom. I don't even know. They got like me an Airbnb, I think, and I had to move twice because I don't think they thought we were going to keep winning. So I could hear the fans already like during the day, like game days, like outside, like chanting and just fired up. So it was a cool experience, unique. Obviously, you get all the way to the end. You want to be able to finish it off, but still a great memory for sure.
Yeah. What was Shea Weber going through, man? Like during the final, was it crazy? God. Like watching him fight through the injury and everything.
Impressive. Yeah, very impressive. I mean, I had a ton of respect for Shea just over the course of our careers, playing against each other a lot. And then obviously we were together on the Vancouver Olympic team. So, I've got to know him, well, just over the years. And then, but, at the end, he was piecing himself together daily. There was a couple of us old guys that we'd be in early, and the trainers were awesome. And, kind of holding us all together between Shea and then Pricey, me, Corey Perry, a bunch of old guys just trying to hold their bodies together for one last hurrah. And he was impressive. He played through some crazy stuff, and he was elite that whole playoff run. He was elite. It was unfortunate to not be able to finish the job at the end, but that's how it goes sometimes.
How's Raleigh though? Like you're talking about Montreal, but playing in North Carolina. I mean, hockey wasn't big. You kind of show up on the scene a little bit, take over. Like, tell us about that city. And I mean, do you have like a monument somewhere of yourself anywhere?
It's a jersey hanging,
Yeah, I was fortunate for sure to have the jersey. And there's been a Staal in that organization for a really, really long time now, with Jordo being there longer now than I was. So pretty cool in that respect. Just a really, really, I would say it's just a unique sports market with all the college teams and just like the culture of the people there, go to one of those universities and they're just ingrained in those schools, and then the hockey team's there, and then kind of everybody's in on the hockey team. So it's everybody together, and it's a really, really cool sports environment. Obviously, winning a Stanley Cup there was a dream come true for me. And then just the atmosphere, the building, the tailgating, pretty cool place. Obviously now they've been phenomenal for the last number of years, just fighting to get back to the final and win another one. But they're elite. They've done a phenomenal job with that organization, and they're in the mix again this year. They're a good squad. So cool place.
I know. Waiting for them to, I hate to say get over the hump, because they go deep into the playoffs every year. It's hard just to get to the conference final, but love to see them kind of break through,
Yeah, it is. I mean, things have to line up right. Like at the end of the day, you can feel like you've got all the right pieces, but there can be an injury. It could be, one series where you just don't match up well. There's just everything has to line up right. That's what makes it so special to win when you do, because it takes so much out of everybody. So, but they're in the mix. They've got a good squad for sure, and we'll see if Buffalo faces off against them.
Oh,
we'll be ready.
Let's go. Let's go.
Hey, we love Buffalo, man.
Damn right.
I'm from Buffalo originally, actually. I always remind people that, at a young age. So we've had Tage on and different people from Buffalo.
Yeah.
But the people we've had on from Buffalo in the past was just, everything was just so crazy, and it was so negative. And now it's positive. It's turned.
Yes.
And we like that, man.
Rooting for the fans too.
We are rooting for the Buffalo Sabres. Hey, when you rocked your brother, Mark.
Oh, Jesus. He has head up his ass.
Oh my God. So were you did you know that was him? And then afterwards, what did he say to you? What'd your parents say to you after the game? What was everybody saying? Because it's like the Tkachuks, when they play against each other, they just kind of stay away from each other. But I remember seeing the Sutter brothers back in the day, man. They didn't care. They would hit each other, over the head if they had to, So
yeah. I mean, to be honest, looking back on everything that kind of happened, we were super competitive as kids. We loved to play, loved to compete against each other, and that never really changed. But if I was going to go back in time and play in that moment, I wouldn't have hit him like that. But we were he would have done the same to me. He would have done the same to Jordan. There's actually, you could probably find it. He hit Jordan once. It was kind of similar. If you probably on YouTube somewhere, but Mark Staal hits Jordan, and he just puck just barely went by him, and he buries him, really, really hard hit. So, with everything that he went through post that hit, I wish it never happened, for sure, because he battled some concussion stuff and probably didn't sit out as long as he should have initially, and because you're itching to get back, and he's a tough kid. So it's one of those things. You look back on, it's part of our stories, but we were super competitive. All of us at that time, kind of in the primes of our careers. And so one of those times where I caught him, they got a penalty on the play. It was our D-man was hooking him in the hands, and and it was like, he was getting hooked, so he was just not ready, and then I got a good lean on him, and yeah, I got him pretty good on that hit. But
hey, I forget that he suffered a concussion as a result of that, because he did kind of
Lord.
Did he stay in the game though?
He did. He shouldn't have. He did, I think. And then he wasn't feeling right after. I talked to him after the game, and we always did. And but he wasn't. I remember I apologized and I'm sorry, dude. Like, he was fine, but I don't think he was feeling right, if I remember correctly. Yeah. So he had to go through some steps after that, and but it's.
Do you talk to your mom and dad after games? Do you talk to your mom and dad after games?
Yeah, I used to a lot. Talk to my dad pretty much every time. As the years went on, it was less, and then it would be he'd send a text message, and then just like literally like a 1 or 2 line thought on the game, and I would either write back if I wanted or not. But he was pretty bang on. He still is bang on. He'll send a text with to my kids now if he watches their games, and he's watched a gazillion hockey games, so he's got a really, really good feel, and he can throw like a quick line on, like the team thought and then individual thought, and he's usually pretty bang on. It's pretty
well. He did a good job
actually.
with you guys.
I know,
just
man.
so you know. Hey, like
they were farmers.
But we're from St. Louis, and we have a lot of American, listeners. Like Thunder Bay, baby. Tell us about Thunder Bay growing.
Ryan Johnson territory.
Freezing cold it is. Like, it's freezing cold. You got to understand, we're in the middle of the United States living here. We have a lot of. So, like, tell us about growing up in Thunder Bay.
Well, yeah, it's small town Canada. My dad and his brother own a sod farm. They still do. They still own it, and they're still working to this day. Told them to retire 100 times, but they're still going. And so they own a sod farm. So growing up, I grew up working on the sod farm in Thunder Bay, just outside the city, and it was just kind of just blue collar, hardworking town where we lived just outside of it. My dad built an outdoor rink, and I have 3 brothers, and we just were out there all the time. We loved it. We just no one told us to be out there. No one expected anything. We just loved doing it and loved being out there and playing with each other, and then it's just kind of one of those towns where everybody kind of knows each other, and you're excited for someone to for as far as hockey goes, to be able to make it to a higher level and move on. I had a lot of guys ahead of me as a young player, like Taylor Pyatt was Trevor Letowski, Ryan Johnson, Alex Ald, Jeff Rima. There's a lot of guys like just a couple years ahead of me that had made it to junior and then had some NHL careers. So for me, it was like, it was a reality that I could pursue. And I think, once I got old enough to realize that, it was a great place to have the steps that I was able to go through with a hardworking, family and mindset of that's what it takes to get there, and learned a lot for sure.
Jeff Harima, he may have been a first-round pick of the Blues back in the day.
I believe he was. He was a first-round pick of the Carolina Hurricanes,
and then
he played some games for the Blues. Yeah, so my mom and his mom are sisters.
Get out of here!
Really?
Isn't he like part of the? Cousin. Is he part of like the Gretzky family now, or something?
No, he's up in Thunder Bay still.
He is.
Yeah,
there's another guy.
Gretzky's not up in Thunder Bay.
Okay, well, there's another guy, and I'm getting
he's in Jupiter.
I'm getting him confused with somebody, and he was at a game, a Blues game, and I talked to him. I thought he was, and Gretzky was. I thought he was like part of the whole clan. But anyway, so his mom and your mom are sisters. You guys are cousins.
Yep.
First cousins.
First cousins. Yeah. Yep. He I think he only played, I don't know how many games he ended up playing, but yeah, I mean, he was, first cousin, my mom's sister, and he was a, first round pick to Carolina, like a couple of years ahead of me. So it was like, it was like a reality that it was possible. So
when did you start
sure.
dominating though? Like, when were you like, okay, I'm doing my thing? I remember playing against you in juniors. You were a superstar. I'm like, God, who's this guy? Like this,
I remember,
cameras are following you around. Shit.
I got a Cam Jansen story from junior too. I knew that this is when I knew this is where I steer clear of this guy. We were in your barn in Windsor, and with the Pete's, and it was like, I don't know. I don't remember I honestly don't remember the game. My buddy, his name is James Edgar. He's on our team, and Eddie, he was a tough kid. He was like team guy. Like he'd fight, but like he'd fight anybody, but he like competitive, stick up for any teammate anyway. So him and Eddie and Cam fight, and I don't remember how it went. Cam probably did well, and I don't even remember. But I do remember like looking from our bench and seeing Eddie and Cam. They're in the box, like, and they're chatting away or whatever. And I was good friends with Eddie, and he came back to the bench, and I was like, what were you and what were you guys talking about on the bench? And he's like, he looks at me, he's like, Cam goes, he's like, Eddie, you got to get the left going. You got to get the left going. like
he's telling him what to
like,
do.
He was like, yeah, he's coaching him, telling him how to get the fight going better. I was like, well, then I know this guy like just loves it, and I'm like, I got to stay out of this guy's way for sure. But Eddie was like, I got to stay away from Cam. This guy, he just loves it too much.
Well, I was telling him to throw the different hands so I could throw my right hand against his left, so I could beat him up worse. Actually,
he's baiting him into it.
I was baiting him.
Throw more lefts.
Yeah. Throw open up for me.
Oh my God,
I love it, man.
That's
I love
crazy.
it.
No, I junior hockey was a ton of fun. I left home at 15, turning 16. But I think when I was 15 in Thunder Bay playing AAA for the Kings team, for like the one team that we had, I was like, I wasn't like dominant, but I was a good player for our team. And then as the year went on, by the end of that season, I had a really, really good OHL. It was called the OHL Cup at the time. So it was like all the best Bantam teams from the province of Ontario. And we won. And I had a really, really good tournament. And then kind of from there, I took some big steps career-wise. But before that, I was like skinny, small, like just competitive. I was really competitive. Like I just hated losing. But I wasn't like the best kid like since I was 6. I wasn't even close. I was just super competitive and into it and loved it, and wanted to get better regardless. And then just doors kept opening, and just kept taking steps. Really,
boom, boom, boom.
So how was your dad with you guys though? Like, I mean, he had the rink and everything, but was he pushing you guys pretty hard? Like, because people look at like how do 3 brothers make it to the NHL, and your other brother who didn't make it to the NHL, he still played at a high level, right? So I mean, like, explain how that happens though amongst one another.
Yeah, it's really hard to explain. I give him a lot of credit. I think now, seeing it now from having my own boys and being around minor hockey and seeing parents and people, like my dad was loved the game, loved it himself, and you could feel it even as a kid. Like we watched Saturday night the Leafs on Hockey Night Canada was just on. Like a lot of like conversations revolved around hockey, but it was never there was no agenda for him to like doing this skate or that skate or a skill skate or anything. It was like we literally just played because we loved playing, and he loved watching, and he liked the game himself. So just like he was always the best. I have great memories of him as my dad when I played, because he would never stand. We chirp him about it, but he would never stand with like all the parents and people. He would stand by himself, like we call him, he stand on the loner pole by himself. But now, like now being a parent myself and like being around, like I could see why, because sometimes parents are like they're really kind of annoying. They're like they're a lot, and it's like he didn't want to listen to anybody. No. He just wanted to watch it on his own and watch the game, and like I'm sure he muttered to himself on occasion, but never like he was super like didn't. Like his emotions were very, very chill. Didn't get super high, didn't get low. He was, he never had anything to say to me post game unless I asked. unless I asked for something. Otherwise, he was very chill, very quiet. So looking back, like just super lucky, to be honest. Like lucky to have like just a supportive dad that just enjoyed. You could tell he enjoyed watching and enjoyed taking us, but never had like this like agenda to try and get us to the NHL. It was like we just enjoyed. No matter what would have happened, it would have been, he would have loved just taking us.
Or treated you like a superstar. We talk to guys like that's what the parents do now is they treat their kids like they're superstars. Who do we talk to? Van Beesbrook said that.
No, we would have been told pretty quick. That was that our heads got too big.
There you
go.
He's a good daddy.
Extra hours on the sod farm. Yeah, no, that wouldn't have been the case.
The sod farm.
The sod farm.
Would I survive on the sod farm?
Can we ask what that really is? To be honest with you,
I need to go work.
What does that mean exactly?
I want to send my kid.
Like, what
there
is your
for a
dad
week.
doing on a daily basis in the sod farm?
So, well, if you live in a house or you play or you have a park near you, the grass has to grow. So they literally grow fields of grass, and then they harvest it with a harvester, and then they sell it and deliver it. But we used to, when we grew up, like we used to like lay it. So like they used to stack it on this tractor, and then we deliver it to like golf courses, and we would like take it off the pallets and we would lay. It was like
heavy as hell,
degrees, hot, heavy rolls, and just I mean it was hard work, but it was actually really fun because you're usually with like 8 to 10 other guys, and you're just bantering and come up with ridiculous stuff. But
what if it's like bad weather where it floods and you're like, oh shit, it's gonna be tight this year. The sod's flooded. It looks like shit. We can't sell it. Does that happen a lot?
No. They have the fields figured out as far as what's going to work, what isn't. But
is that a dumb question? Because I feel
it's a terrible
Andy, you don't know shit. A lot of farmers have to deal with the weather. I was just curious if that was the case.
Yeah. They complained about no rain. They complained more about no rain really than too much rain. Like they're always okay with the rain. Rain makes it grow.
We've had other players on here whose parents had farms in Ontario. I think Adam Henrique's parents.
A lot of
they may have had tobacco farms.
We love
or
hearing
something.
We know guys that are on the farm right now, like Steve McIntyre, all those guys up in Saskatchewan.
There we go.
Did you have the nicest yard in the neighborhood?
We did. We did have like I think you could probably hit a sandwich from just in front of their house to the street, and it was all grass. So about 100 yards.
Oh my God!
Are you a good
all the way
golfer?
down the street.
He's good at everything.
You're good at everything, aren't you?
He's a great golfer.
You got it.
I'm okay. Yeah, I can play.
Okay, what's your handicap? Just so people.
I'm like right now. I mean, well, it's winter here in Minnesota. I haven't swung club in forever, but I finished. I'm like I think a 2-3.
Do you live on the lake where Billy G lives, where he shows us the pictures all the time? What lake is
the
that?
wealthy part?
Minnetonka.
Minnetonka. Yeah.
You don't live there.
That's too high end for me. I'm a little further.
Further away. Hey, listen, when you fought Dion Phaneuf, amazing moment. Okay. I need to know exactly what you turned around and said to Dion.
What do you say to Dion?
Because he rocked your brother, man. That's backyard stuff. You're going to stand up for your brother.
Damn right.
And then, did you see the empty net shot?
Oh, yeah.
He winds up for the slapper.
Let him know what's up.
I know what you were doing, but you wanted to score the goal at the same time, too. So
yeah, you don't want to miss on empty net. That's a free goal.
That's right.
Those still count on the stats.
That's right.
No, that's a funny memory. I have no way. I don't remember, but I do remember. Like Dion played like hard. He was like physical, and he had a little edge, and he like had a look to him. And it was the Leafs, and I grew up in Thunder Bay. Like everybody watched the Leafs, so like every time we played them, like I had to have a good game, or I wanted to have a good game. And I just think that I remember that game. Like he was playing a little bit. Yeah, I don't know. Like he was, had a little edge to him, and I think that hit he had on Jordan was a little bit. I don't even know if the puck was there. He just hit him pretty good, and then I don't know, instinct. I mean, I don't even think I threw a punch at him. I was barely holding on, and it wasn't much of a fight. But then, the rest of the game went, and then the empty net happened, and I knew he was standing there, so I was gonna, kind of make him think about it. But I wanted to score at the same time.
Yeah.
So. And then I don't remember what I said to him, but I do remember after that game. This was a long time ago, but I do remember after the game, my my cell phone had a lot of text messages on it. A lot. Because, small town and everybody watched the Leafs. So, everybody's paying attention. But it's a funny memory looking back on it. That's for sure.
I love that.
What's the nastiest injury you've had? Because I'm creeping you out today on YouTube, and God, there's some where you fell into the boards, one of those, which is, in my opinion, the scariest damn thing going 100 miles an hour, getting tripped up. You can't do anything about it. Everything's in slow motion.
Yeah. No, the worst one I had was actually happened in the World Championships. After one of our seasons playing for Team Canada, I got Alex Edler. It was a dirty hit. It was like he was coming back, and I was moving laterally inside the blue line, and he just hit my knee, and that was it. Just like really hard at my knee, and I had a really bad MCL tear in my knee, and it took really, really long time. And this was leading up to the 2014 Olympics. So it was that spring before that next season where the Olympics were in Russia. And so I wanted to play, obviously, I was there in 2010, and I wanted to be again in 2014. So I went to the Worlds that year, and then that happened, and I had a really, really tough summer trying to rehab and get back. And I made sure I was back for training camp, but I wasn't right. I didn't feel, probably should have taken more time to get fully healthy, and then had not a great start to the season, and we weren't winning. And anyway, then I didn't make that roster. So that was a big bummer, but that was the worst injury I had. I had a few other ones, but I was pretty lucky in that regard as far as anything really, 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 really big. But that one stunk for sure.
Yeah, I got to give you a shout out though, man. You had an amazing career. I mean, you put up 100 points. Not a lot of guys were putting up 100 points at that time either. I think it was your second full year in the league, right? The year you guys won the cup. So, why did everything work for you that year? Like, what was really going? Who were you playing with most consistently? Because you guys had a cool team. Because Dougie Waite was here. Obviously, got traded there at the deadline. So I was just following. And we've had so many guys from that team who have joined us on here.
Yes.
Ray Whitney was on that team,
Wizard.
man. I mean, just so many fun players.
We had our 20-year reunion actually last December, and it was so fun. It's crazy how like fast time goes, and then like the memories that flood back to everybody, and it's the same ridiculous banter and all that kind of stuff. But it was awesome. That year was coming out of that lockout, so the full season that was wiped away, and I had spent a full year in the American League, and kind of had my confidence as far as offensive confidence really back. The year before, played as an 18-year-old, and it was hard. Like, it was mean. It was like you couldn't even go to the front of the net without getting eaten a cross check everywhere on your body, and which was I was fine with it. It didn't matter to me. But I was also 18, 19 years old. Like, I was still like a little kid. Like, I hadn't grown up yet. So it was tough. So I think I had my first year, like, I don't even remember. I think 11 goals. And then, so it was a grindy kind of year. And then the next year was gone. So I played in the American League the whole year. And then I played a ton, we had a good team. We shared affiliate with Calgary. So we had a lot of good players, and I had a really good offensive season. And then the next season started, and they kind of changed the rules a little bit. And, we had just a lot of really good players, undercover, really good players. And for the most part, that whole year I played on line with Corey Stillman and Eric Cole. And we played fast. We played up and down the sheet. Like, we didn't do much stopping. We did a lot of like wide drive. Like, we had a ton of speed. And if you were going to hook us, we were on the power play. And that was just literally the whole season. And I played the point on the power play. So I got a ton of touches. We had Ron Brindamore taking the face-offs, and the guy never lost a draw ever. So I always had the pucks to start on the power play. Just so many awesome players, and guys that were like, we had a lot of older guys that, had been through the grind and had been through some close calls to winning cups and never fully did it. And then, I was the kind of the young guy, along with a few other ones mixed in, and it just turned into a really, really special group of players.
Corey Stillman, man, so underrated. Yeah, that guy could score goals.
He won the cup with Tampa.
Yeah,
the 04 one. He was on he was unreal for them that year too.
He was on some great St. Louis teams too, man, back in the day.
Yeah, he was super intelligent, smart. Like, I loved playing with him because like he looked like he was a passer. So like I like to shoot and I like to try and score. So he was always Ray Whitney was similar. He was fun to play with too. Like, they're always looking, like their instincts were to pass and my instinct was to get open to shoot. And so they were fun guys to play with.
Dougie was a passer too. Dougie Weber.
Oh yeah. The more the better for me. I love being around those guys that like to pass.
Hey, when they gave you the C, was that uncomfortable for you? Because I've had Brenda Morrow on too. We've had him on, and Mike Modano, like
Maurice,
and we had Brenda Moore on.
Yeah.
And I know he was taken aback by it a little bit, right? It's got to be hard for the veteran guy, but no one thinks about the young guy who all of a sudden's getting the C. Man, were you uncomfortable with it? Like, how'd you adjust to handling that as a young guy with like an iconic figure like Rod kind of looming in the shadows?
Yeah. No, I was for sure super uncomfortable with it. Obviously he was my captain. We won a Stanley Cup. He was the captain. Like, that was it. And I think it was, I don't know what the thought was. I think it was just, we were trying to transition, it was like he was later in his career, but as soon as Jim called me about it, and the first person I called was Rod. I was like, this is, and then he had obviously already talked to him about it. And Rod, I'll never forget it. He was like I knew he would be. Like, I didn't know, like, I'm a young guy. Like, what am I supposed to say? Like, they want to give me the C. Like, I'm going to be like, I was like, okay. And then I'm like, well, I got to talk to Roddy. Like, what does Roddy think? And then, so Roddy was like unreal to me. He was like, no, but I knew he didn't love it, but it was what it was, and that's what they wanted to do. So he was super supportive. He was awesome to me. And, not only, before that I learned so much from him, but even after, wearing the C, with him still being there, was very special. And, he's just, one of those guys that you love as a leader, and you can just see it now as a head coach. Like, he leads that team. There's a reason why they've been so successful with him in charge, because his natural leadership style and instincts are so good. So he was phenomenal to me as a young guy.
You drinking that Cam Ward wine?
Oh, that's
I'm out of right now.
I do have some Cam Ward wine.
Hey, but when you were captain though, like, did you change anything? Were you like, okay, I got to be louder in the locker room. I gotta be the guy to have the pregame speech now. Like, anything change?
No, not really. I mean, I tried to, because that was a pretty strong message from him and a number of other guys, is don't change, who you are, and don't change because now you have the C. That's, the reason you got the C is because of how, you carry yourself and how you compete in practice and all the things that you do. So don't feel like you need to change or do anything different. So I tried not to. I don't know, maybe subconsciously on occasion I was maybe saying a few different things that maybe I wouldn't have within, intermissions or after games, or if we're in a little bit of a skid, but tried not to change anything that I wouldn't if I didn't have it.
You're in a good market for that change in Carolina compared to a lot of other ones.
Well, it wasn't as loud as everyone said.
I mean, you just, probably easier to handle.
Dallas, the same thing when they did it with Modano and Brendan Morrow. It's always interesting when that happens. Happened here in St. Louis too. I think Pronger I think he had the C. Then Al was wearing the C.
Yeah,
it's always
Holly.
Holly always changes a little bit. When you won the All-Star Game MVP, did they put a banner up for that? Like, did they put a banner up in the ceiling? Is that still there or no? For your All-Star Game banner.
I don't think so.
I mean, like, I had not heard that, and then
I don't think you get a banner for that, do you?
I heard they put
maybe it was like for the season they had.
Maybe for something for the season.
But that was long. I was there, last January, and I don't remember seeing that.
There's not an All-Star Game banner?
No, I don't think so.
That would have been unreal if it's still up there. But I was told that they put a banner up when you won the All-Star Game MVP. So,
I'm not sure. I don't think it's there anymore. They must have taken it down.
Hey, when you scored 42 goals though with Minnesota, were you surprised that you had that type of season? Like, did you know you still had that in you? because you were just scoring goals left and right that season. But I think most people probably thought maybe your 40-goal seasons like were in the rearview mirror, like you didn't still have that offensive potential. But you showed a lot of people that you still did, man. That was an unbelievable season. I love how it bookended your career too, man, because you had it at the beginning of your career, and then you kind of showed that longevity.
Yeah. No, I definitely, no, I believe that I could still contribute for sure. I think, in Carolina, it was like, super, super successful early. And then, I had a number of good years, and then we just didn't have great teams. So it was like, it was challenging. It was really hard. We were lower end on the budget scale. We just didn't compete at the level internally I would have loved to have during my last number of years there. And then, from, at the end, it was, time for me to kind of move on. And I still had a strong burning desire to try and, show myself like that I could still play at a high level and play, counted on offensively. And, and then I knew if I got in the right situation with some great players around me, I would be able to kind of get to that level again. And, fortunate to sign with Minnesota, and they had, that chance to play, 1-2 center with a ton of great players around and good D. So it was just the right fit for me. And then, your confidence starts to grow again, and you just kind of go through that season. Specifically, it was like one of those where you just felt like you weren't going to miss. I just felt like it was going in every time I had that chance. It was going to go in, and it's just one of those years that you try and keep riding that wave when you have those opportunities. But I did believe that I could contribute, and then as the rest of my career progressed and getting traded a couple times, then you kind of transition to a different role. And even my last year playing in Florida was special to me, just, playing in that fourth line role, penalty kill, like just
a grinder,
the old vet, the grinder.
I know,
baby.
You still scored goals that year. I think you had 14 or 15 goals.
Good for you, though.
Yeah,
man.
yeah. I still had some. I have the history of scoring, so it wasn't like I still believe that I could do it. Like, in my mind, I could play first line center, but we had Barkov. So I'm like, Barkov's first line center. I'm like, I'm old. I'm 40. I'm like, I can contribute in other ways and help us be successful. But it was transitioning and accepting, the role I was in that was important. And that was really fun too. It was really rewarding to go alongside with those guys and kind of spew as much as I could as far as what it takes to ultimately win. And we didn't that year. We went all the way to the finals, but then they did 2 years in a row after that. And I'm not surprised at all. Those guys were elite. They competed like crazy in practice. They are just a badass bunch of guys, to be honest. They're just legit. And, I was not shocked at all to see them, win the last two. But it was fun kind of finish to my career to, go through a transition and kind of play a different role. It was cool.
Yeah, I gotta ask you about Florida though, because your brother was there too, so that was cool. But that was Matthew's first year in Florida. So, and you mentioned Barkov, and I know you guys lost to Vegas that year, right, in the Stanley Cup final, and then they won the next 2 years, like you said. But like, what did you walk away with thinking about those guys? I mean, the Barkovs, the Tkachuk scored 40 goals that year, something like that. Had 110 points or whatever he had.
Yeah.
What were your impressions of him before he got there, and then when you played with him for a year?
Matthew specifically?
Yeah.
Well, I didn't like playing against him. I didn't. I mean, like most wouldn't. But playing with him for that year and getting to know him on a personal level, he was elite. Like just a great guy, great teammate. I think him coming there with what they already had was a massive move and change. I think it just really, solidified the fact that, they went to the finals 3 times in a row and won 2 cups. I think just the attitude and change, like the balance. I think it's just the balance of like who Barkov is as a guy, and Bobrovsky even as a guy, and then you add in Chucky, add in Benny, like it's and Rhino, like the balance was right with like attitude, how you carry yourself, how you treat other people. Like I don't know. I really enjoyed Matthew specifically. I thought he was a phenomenal teammate. He cared about everybody. The guy had 40 plus goals, 100 and something points that year. He was our best player, and he, would treat a call up like he would anyone else. Like he was he was great all around, with respect in the room with the trainers, the staff, humble. No, he was great. And it's no surprise he's had the success he's had over his career, and obviously those couple cups look good on his resume. But he was an awesome teammate, and I really, really enjoyed it. And didn't like playing against him, but as a teammate and as a guy along with him, he was elite for sure.
Yeah. Well, as an American, we didn't want him getting hurt that last game against Tampa, where Florida, he's fighting everybody. Getting out for like
a couple days.
Calm down.
Yeah.
Calm down. Yeah. We got work to do coming up here.
That rivalry is pretty legit.
It is pretty legit.
They're fun to watch those games. But
oh my God.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, you don't want him to go down here coming up to the Olympics.
Hey, before we let you go, I gotta ask you about your Olympic experience, man.
Yes.
I want to start with 2022 though, because you're the captain of that team. I know you guys did medal and whatever, and you had a bunch of young kids. Owen Power was actually on your team, and like some other young guys. Matthew Nyes, I think, was on the team. What was that experience like? Just kind of in that environment. No NHL players, currently playing in the NHL. Just kind of going up against all these other countries. Describe what that was like.
It was unique. Yeah, honestly, super, super cool. Like looking back now, like as my career is over as a player, it was just a unique experience. Like the one thing was like I went to the finals, with Montreal Canadiens. I actually thought I played pretty well with them. Make it all the way to the finals, and then season ends. It's COVID still, and all those things, and I still felt like I could play. I wanted to keep playing. Like I was like, and then it just, for whatever reason, never really had an opportunity, and no teams, nobody was knocking on the door. Nobody. I'm as late in my career, obviously, but I still felt like I could contribute and play and yada yada. So I kept skating, and I was in good shape. I was skating here in Minnesota, a couple times a week, pretty much that whole year. And then there was talk about the Olympics, and there's no NHL players, and Shane Doan was actually the guy that was the GM, and so he called me, and I was like, yeah, for sure, I'd love to play. Like maybe like post Olympics, like someone will grab me for a stretch run at the end, and yada yada. I'll get back to playing, and so anyway, he's like, well, you should play some games. So I went down to the American League, and I played 4 games for the Iowa Wild before I went over for Team Canada. But the whole experience over there was like, it was COVID, and it was Beijing, China. So if you land in like hazmat suits, like you name it, like everything. Like I've got some unique pictures, and just the spray on every wall, like anywhere you walked around. Like it was really really unique. But it was a cool experience. The guys, a lot of pro guys, a lot of European pro guys. What I did find interesting, which looking back on it now, was like for me, like my mindset had always been like gold, like I'm going there to win a gold medal, like that's all I want. But there was a lot of guys that we had that, and no fault of their own, like none of them had played at the NHL level, or like they were still playing pro hockey and doing well, but like they like wanted to watch the other, like the whole like, Olympic experience was like, like we wanted to watch the ski jumping, we wanted to go like, and I'm like, I don't really care about anything else except for trying to win the gold medal. Like, but also like I had like understood that like for a lot of these guys, like this is their only time they'd ever, be in an Olympic Games, which is super, super special and super cool. But like my mind was always like, I'm here to like try and win gold medal. That's it. Like there's no other, I don't even care what else is going on. So that part was a little bit unique, different than the other time I had gone. But it was a super, super special experience and time. Team Canada's elite, just how they treat the guys and players, and they do everything right, which is special. And it'll be fun to watch again this go around.
I know I said Matthew Nyes, but he would have been on Team USA. I'm trying to think, but there was Owen Power was on your team for sure. Right?
He did give you a weird look.
Mason McTavish.
and Kent Johnson. Those are the other young guys that we had that are now National Hockey Leaguers.
Yeah. Did you play against Slovakia over there and see that Slavkovsky, who was 17 years old, just tearing it up over there?
He was. No, I don't believe we played them, but I did, look at the stats and saw he get a goal every game. He was tearing it up. He was.
Who was the coach? Was Claude Julien the coach?
Yes, he was.
He got hurt, right?
He had the snowmobile accident or something?
Sledding. We had him on.
Funny.
We had him on.
Did he explain it all?
Yeah,
it was a long time ago.
What was he doing?
Well, he was going too fast, obviously, in the sled. I don't know what he was like. I don't know. But
he hit a tree.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You should have saw this mountain, though. Like, it was like, I mean, it was so fun, but you could definitely see how that could happen. But, man, I'll never forget it. I thought it was a joke. But, man, that is a tough dude, man. You should have saw. Like, this guy broke, and he walked himself down. It was insane. Like, he punctured lung, broken ribs, he people would never get up, and he literally walked himself down the mountain, he was bleeding internally.
Oh my god,
tough as nails. What a tough dude. But yeah, so he was out of commission for a little while, and then he still made it over to China and ended up coaching in the last couple of games, I think.
Yeah, he told us that story. We didn't believe. We're like, what do you? Did you go down the wrong path? He couldn't explain
you can go over the edge. Yeah, you can just end up over the edge. It comes up on you quick, I guess, if you're going too fast. But
Adam Cracknell was on your team, I believe, too.
I played with him.
Yeah,
I played with him. He's a good dude.
He was in the same room as me, Crack. Yeah,
was
he might still be playing, that guy. I don't know.
Crack Daddy? He ain't retiring.
He might be in the league I played in over in England, I think, maybe.
Who knows?
Oh, man.
All right, so 2010... What an unbelievable experience, man. You got to look back on that. I mean, look at all the guys who were inside that locker room with you. Just amazing. Yeah. Who'd you play with in that tournament?
Well, it kind of mixed around, but I ended up with a couple pretty good ones. I ended up on the left wing with Crosby and Iginla the last, I think, 2 or 3 games.
Never
but
heard
before
of
that, one of them, he's still going. The other... I think the first couple games I might have been with Getzlav and Perry on the left, but we kind of were trying to find a balance. I remember they were mixing the lines up a bunch, throughout the tournament, but I ended up finishing with Sid and with Iggy on the left side. But yeah, I mean, in Canada, pretty cool. Just the overall experience of having family, friends, your home country, the pressure. It's a cool memory, and winning the cup for sure. 1A, that would be 1B, right below it, just because of all those things I just said with the pressure and hockey being how big it is in Canada. It was pretty cool to be a part of that group.
Were you on the ice for the golden goal?
No, it was 4-on-4.
So it's 4-on-4.
I mean, if you're gonna pick 2 out of the 3, Iggy, Sid, I don't know, they're pretty good. I was okay with. I was out there, but I never played with those 2 for OT.
I like that line, but you said you, Getsy, and Perry. That's a big top 4 group right there. I like that.
Yeah, we could roll along the yellow pretty good in the offensive zone. It was fun.
Was it more like recognition?
There was no bad player to play with.
But like after winning the Stanley Cup, you gotta do interviews all the time. Like, what's the difference between doing that and winning the gold medal?
Like the post-game.
Like post-game stuff and days after dealing with stuff.
Well, I mean, post-game, it was pretty cool. I mean, I think at that time it was Stephen Harper was Prime Minister of Canada. He was in the locker room, and I think there was just Batman. There was just like a lot of who's who of hockey kind of in the locker room. So that was kind of neat. And then it was just, but post game, I think I had a game in Toronto 2 days later. So the next day, I think my flight left, and I flew right to Toronto.
Yeah.
And then we had a game the next night, which was kind of cool too, because I flew from Vancouver to Toronto, and then we went out for dinner right by the rink at the Harbor 60 restaurant. And I walked in to go to dinner with a couple of the guys from the team, and people in the restaurant were standing up.
Yeah, you go, baby. Let's go.
Standing up and give me a standing O, and I was like, I'm like, well, it's just like I'm by myself. There's no one else. But then even the next day in playing against the Leafs, and then in the like whatever starting lineup, like the fans were awesome. It was cool. It was a cool memory for sure. But you get. You win and it's special and then boom, the season starts. Like these guys, they're going to come back from Italy and it's like, boom, it's like pedal to the floor and there's tons of games you got to finish. So
probably banged up a little bit too.
Who was the captain of that team? I mean, you have so many. I'm looking at it. I'm trying to remember because you had Niedermayer was. How sick was he?
He was so good. He is so good.
Doesn't talk
so
much.
Good. No,
he's a great interview. We had him on, dude. He was awesome.
Yeah, no, he was. I mean, he was so good. I remember watching him as a younger guy, but like in that environment, like with the pressure that high, like he was a perfect captain because was he happy? Was he mad? Was he sad? Was he like you couldn't tell anything. He was just steady and elite every single time he went on the ice, and like as a younger guy, like to be able to like watch someone, and even Prongs was kind of like that, similar, like just. These guys they've been through the grind. They got it. The pressure that you can just tell they loved it, loved the pressure, loved the extra heat. And, we just had a lot of guys that.
So Prongs didn't say, give me the fucking puck.
Hey, you get off the ice.
You sure he didn't say that to you?
Not that I remember. Prongs was good to me. I was young and, he was the older veteran, and I grew up in Thunder Bay, and he grew up in Dryden, Ontario.
Yeah,
Dryden, baby. Away.
Close.
Yeah, we have a little Northern Ontario connection. So he was
Peterborough too.
He's a Pete.
Yeah, that's right.
He's a Pete.
Yeah,
that's right. And you played against him in the 06 final. He was unbelievable that playoff year. How good was he in the final?
He was mean. He was tough. He was tough to play against. He went on a good run those couple of years. I mean, he had a phenomenal career, but that playoff run when he was with the Oilers was pretty electric for them.
What would you tell your kids about Crosby though? Because I'm sure they ask you, like, what do you say about this guy back then, and then to see what he's still doing? He puts up a point per game every year. He's been doing it for 20 plus years. Like this guy, he's unbelievable, man.
Yeah, I mean. But he's just like a special dude. Like he's just a good guy. Like you say that about lots of people, but like to have the success and the talent that he has, to be as humble and as unassuming as he is that's a role model. As young athletes, that's the guy you want to watch and follow because he is that. He's so special. To the fact that he's still going and doing what he's doing at his age is super, super impressive. And it just shows the dedication he has to his craft and the dedication he has to the game. He's one of a kind. He's super special.
You have two players from that team that are on this year's Olympic team for Canada.
Yeah, Drew. Yeah,
Dowdy's on there too.
I mean, he was real young on that 2010 team, but he was really good then too. Really good. It's good. You got to have the right balance, right, to win it all. It's like winning a Stanley Cup. You can't discount and having a couple old veterans or a couple old guys. It may not move as fast, but man, it's really counts when it matters. Like to have those guys, it's pretty important.
Things done.
Give me your hockey breakdown. Like I know you're Canadian, but like who do you like in this tournament? Like who has the advantage?
Who scares you actually?
You know what? That's what makes this tournament great. Is it's a one game. Like you never know. Like you get into a quarterfinal or a semi, like the goalie could just be elite, and you get on the wrong side of it and you lose. But I mean, I like the U.S. squad. I think they're deep. They're good. I mean, you can't bet against Canada, right? Like to me, it's like that's the team to beat. But you can't discount any of those other countries because they're just. You go through the rosters, and it's like the Four Nations. I mean, you go through the rosters and the lineups of these other teams. Like these guys are elite, great players for their home clubs, and now they get to play as it's just like who pieces all of it together at the right time, and whoever does that the best will win it all. But it's pretty balanced. There's gonna be some. There's going to be some tight games, tighter than people think. Yeah. That's just how it is.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's not penalty
filled. I'm with you.
You know.
All right, last thing for you. Buffalo, like what's
What's changed with Buffalo, and now what do you think the expectation should be for the Sabres now moving forward this season?
Yeah, I mean, hopefully a real strong finish post Olympics. I think obviously the talent is there. You can see it. You can just watch them. They're just talented players. But you can be super talented and not win games. Like so you gotta I think what they've done great this year is learned how to. There's nights where maybe you're not at your best, but there's ways to still get points, and then you got to be able to manage those games properly. And I think the urgency is high with the guys that they have. They understand where they're at. They're in a good spot, but there's still a lot of hockey left. They're gonna have to push real hard, real strong early as soon as they come back from break. And the expectation is to be in the mix with all those top teams. I think they should have that expectation because they've kind of proven that over the last couple of months. They've been one of the top teams, especially in the East. So no, they're definitely growing a ton, and it'll be a great finish to the regular season for them. And excited for hopefully getting into the playoffs and then seeing what they can do, because they, like I said, they've got a lot of talent, a lot of ton. Their D are big, long. I think they're getting meaner and tougher to play against, which you need when you're down to the wire and in the playoffs. So excited to see and kind of be alongside these guys.
All right, be honest with me then. When you play with Tage Thompson, he had 8 goals the year you played with him for like 38. I think he only played like 38 games and you got traded.
Yeah.
Whatever. Did you see this type of potential from him at all?
Yeah, I mean, yes and no. I don't think I was around him long enough. I do remember I played one game. I think he was on the wing with me, and I could I was like, this guy's good. Really? This guy is really, really good. But he was there was, flaws to his game as far as puck management and just decisions and that year. But he was the talent was elite. And so I don't want to say I for sure could see a perennial 40 goal guy, right, like he has been in the last number of years, and a top guy in the league. But I wouldn't say I'm super shocked either. His hands and his shot for the size that guy is, it's so fun to watch. Impressive. Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, he's gonna be fun to watch the Olympics too, man. I think there's you don't want to leave that guy open.
No, he's going to be we were talking before you came on. He's going to be a breakout candidate.
Oh, yeah.
So between him and Reinhart, you saw it from both of them, I guess, right? Or are you surprised Reinhart's turned into? I mean, he was a high pick too.
No, I wasn't surprised on Rhino at all either. Actually, Rhino was pretty awesome when I was there in Buffalo as well. He just super competitive, in a different way. I don't know. It's hard to say it, but when you're in it every day and you watch him and how he prepares and how he practices and things that he does on the ice, he's just really, really competitive. And he's very, very, very smart, super intelligent, where to be both offensively and defensively. So I really liked him as a player in Buffalo. And then I obviously loved playing alongside him in Florida. He's elite, and another guy. Watch over. I wouldn't leave him open if
no shit.
Team Canada either.
Yeah.
No,
dude.
All the best, dude.
You're the man.
Thanks for doing this.
We appreciate you coming on, dude. Seriously.
Yeah. Enjoy the time with your family and watching the Olympics. And glad you're sticking around and staying in the game.
Yeah, man.
You'll do whatever you want. So keep doing,
we're rooting for
your
you,
thing.
Appreciate it, guys. Thanks for having me on. And we'll see you down the road.
Right on, big boy. I'll see you, buddy.
All right, that was Eric Staal. Staal.
Yeah.
What a great guy, man.
Thunder Bay.
He's very executive-like.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
Should be.
And I'm talking about him as a player and how he carried himself his entire career. I'd hire him too.
I would too, yeah. He's one of those guys. I'd hire all the Staal brothers.
Jersey's retired.
Yeah, I saw that. Is he a Hall of Famer?
He's right there.
He's there.
He's there. He's got the hardware too.
Yeah.
And he's part of the Triple Gold Club.
Yeah.
Remember, it's not the NHL Hall of Fame, it's the Hockey Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
So he's a Triple Gold member.
Yeah, he is. Juniors, Olympic.
What do you think about Carolina hanging a banner from the rafters after he won his All-Star Game MVP? They put a banner up like a championship banner. Dude.
I don't know if I like that. That's what the Predators get chirped for.
Well, those teams in the Southeast.
The Predators fans are actually very entertaining.
I hear Nashville's ownership, and I hesitate to say this.
Cheap.
Oh, my God. It's so cheap. But I feel like that was the previous ownership. Like
we hear
Haslam, who owns the team now, he hasn't owned the team that long, right? His brother owns the Cleveland Browns. I hear it's changing a little bit, but like when Poyle and stuff were like running the team, I heard they were cheap.
Yeah,
players are telling me.
And let me tell you this: as a player, when you go from a cheap team to a non-cheap team, or a non-cheap team to a cheap team, you know the difference right off the bat.
Mm-hmm. Who's gonna be in the gold medal for the?
That's a
Olympic.
goddamn good question, Andy.
That's what I do.
Son of a bitch.
That's what I do.
Who's going to be in a gold?
Sweden and Czechia.
Yeah.
Oh my God. With pasta.
It sucks.
Pasta's cruising around.
Like it's going to be something like that, right? Finland, Sweden, or whatever, like something. I don't know. I just think the U.S. I
feel like everybody's hurt.
I don't know what it is.
And USA and Canada, isn't everybody hurt? The whole team.
I don't know.
There's talk about guys that are going to be shut down after the Olympics for the rest of the regular season.
I just feel like there's too much. They are too tired. Their superstars might be too tired going into this. I feel like a team is going to come out of nowhere. Don't know which one. Just mark my words on that. And if I'm wrong, then chirp. I don't care. But I just have a feeling that a team that we're not talking about is going to beat a big dog team.
John Cooper could be the difference.
Oh, man. If he dresses the way he dresses.
Hey, do you know his office, though? He's got jerseys with his own name on the back, framed everywhere. like Cooper, whose jerseys are those?
You wore those.
Did you coach a Cooper?
Chaser's having another cancer night coming up here March 20.
Those are always great.
You gonna play in the game? You think?
I'd like to this year.
You think Chase's gonna tell you to come play in the game?
I'll ask him.
I love those events. I want to go.
He'll say, if you move your show to my studio, then you can play in then you can play in the game.
I love it. I tell you what, though, like to get all these guys and hang out and party and skate is the best thing in the world.
It is fun.
Fucking best. Andy and I went to Nashville on a jet. Chaser put a tournament on there years ago. God damn, we had a good time.
I came back.
I love it.
From Nashville with the owners of Urban Chestnut.
Yeah.
Great dudes on their jet. Brian was awesome, man. I appreciate it.
I like Urban
Chestnut. Shout out to Brian and everybody
What's up,
over
baby?
there. Urban Chestnut.
What up? Let's go. Let's go.
That's what I would buy if I had the money. How much money do you think you have to have?
A lot, Andy.
To buy
once
your
in a while,
own
you could do
jet.
that here and there. But if you're flying consistently,
you're flying consistently.
You are loaded. Loaded.
Like
expensive.
What are you bringing in?
Tens of millions
a year.
Yeah, like you got to fly a good Gulfstream. If you rent one out consistently, you have to have a lot of money. If you're traveling all the time, like people that we know do, you have to have a lot of money.
All right, so Eric Staal. Technically, we haven't done the interview. I don't like to lie to the people.
You started it like we did.
I know.
We can't lie to the people.
But
we're having him on right after this.
Yeah.
But we always give you guys, bring the heat for
and
you
listen,
guys.
We're going to have lots of reaction and everything coming up on the Olympics. We are looking for a social media guy as well.
Yes,
I will say that. If you're interested, if you love hockey, if you're obsessed with hockey, and you just want to be a part of the team over here, and you got time to like watch hockey and clip highlights and old school highlights and put good content on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook, reach out to us.
Reach out to us, baby. We're open.
Reach out and touch
all
someone.
my messages are open on social media, dude. From Facebook to accounts to Instagram to Twitter. Andy's. I don't know if you're
Twitter. How would you have said that when you were in grade school?
Twitter. Oh, it's embarrassing.
Can't believe you.
And I had buck teeth too.
Oh my god.
Mutant.
Cam made it about him. I'm trying to pump up Leo Carlson.
Andy got kidnapped.
I almost got kidnapped.
What happened to you when you got kidnapped?
I had to run so hard.
Did they do things?
I wouldn't look back. I was so scared.
they would have caught you.
I know.
You're not very fast. Remember you tried to race me one time? And I took 2 steps. You're like, yeah, I'm not going to do this.
No, I didn't think so.
Yes.
I don't remember that at all.
No.
So Eric, man, thanks.
We
a
love
lot.
you, Eric, buddy.
All the best to the Buffalo Sabres too, who he's working with now.
Yep, Yarmo and the boys.
On a scale of 1 to 10, like, what's Buffalo's coolness factor?
I don't know yet.
I'm mad at their owner. Just so you know, I don't like how the owner called out that kid, Keon Coleman. I thought that was that was
odd.
I thought that was a bitch move, as they say. Where I grew up, they would say that's a bitch move.
Creve Coeur, near the Racket Club.
Cam got mad at me the other day. Started asking, "Is that what they're telling you at the Racket Club?"
What happened?
You got mad at me.
What for? What?
Because I gave my opinion on something.
Well, Andy gets his opinions from 40-year-old women at Starbucks. Lori's friends. That's where he gets opinions.
9 a.m. Starbucks.
That's where Andy gets
the yoga place. The yoga
opinion.
place right next door. The classes end at 9, and they all come over.
Oh,
it
Jesus.
is amazing.
They're talking politics. Andy's jumping right away. Tell me more.
Hey guys,
tell me more.
If I sit with you?
Let's talk ice.
You mind if I sit here?
Then he goes straight from that to calling me about it. This is what I've been hearing. Yeah.
Stiefel brings us the Cam and Strip podcast.
Let's go.
Best of luck to all the United States
USA, let's go.
Skiers and snowboarders.
Right. You're dang right. Dang right.
We already have 1 gold medal in skiing. Downhill skiing.
Let's go.
I believe Breece Johnson, is her name.
Hell yeah.
So big shout out to her. We got Mikhail Schifrin still to go, Cam. We got a lot of stuff happening, and we hope Lindsey Vonn has survived.
I think she survived.
Well, no,
Jesus,
no, I don't mean survived. We hope that she recovers nicely from her terrible accident. She's had so many injuries, but she's had so much success. She's a pillar of the skiing of the skiing federation, and has been for a long time, and she always will be. I hope she survived being taken away on that helicopter and swinging around. I'd have a panic attack from my fear of heights up there.
You'd have a panic attack. I mean,
could you imagine just hanging from that helicopter?
She's a skier, dude. She's been in mountains her whole life. She understands elevation.
Yes, she does.
Let's go.
She understands elevation.
Let's go. We got a big interview.
So, Stiefel, everybody, best of luck to everything you continue to do to make U.S. skiing what it is. Firstform.com/Cam&Strick. Always use our link. And send us what you're getting, and you're going to be put into a drawing for something very special, an autographed puck that I will send to you. What's so funny?
Andy would do that and think that you would want it. You know.
I'll throw in one from Cam.
You would think that. Yeah. Why wouldn't they?
Take a piece of notebook paper out and
here. What do you want to say? What's the name? What's the name? How do you spell it?
Like, this has the Blues
How do you spell it?
lines on it from practice.
I drew these lines out.
Game worn.
It was a pregame skate. I drew
and I signed it for you.
Let's go.
Send it to us. Firstform.com/Cam&Strick. Blue Note Roofing, baby. David Novak and Company. Flat out getting it done. One roof at a time.
Shit caking.
Roofing, siding, gutters, soffit, fascia.
God dang right.
Gosh dang it.
Dang, boy.
He's out there even in the coldest of temperatures.
Don't give
a
shit. He don't care. He's going to get it done. Get it done.
I outran that kidnapper, dude. He was chasing me, boy. I wouldn't even turn around, but he was like, at one point, he was this like.
He would have done things to you, Andy.
Oh my God, I know. Dude.
He would have done things to you. And you would have got.
You think that's
he would have manipulated you.
Scariest thing that could ever happen to you.
You'd still be kidnapped.
Scariest thing that could ever happen to you.
I mean, we don't got time for me to think this way.
That's probably one of them.
Yeah, getting kidnapked's not good.
Oh, heart goes out to everybody else.
God.
Who's being chased down right now?
A lot of kids, probably.
I know.
It happens every day. And you're laughing about it and mocking it, and I don't like it.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you are.
What are you talking,
you're
dude?
Like,
you're making me...
you're mocking being kidnapped.
No, I'm not. You're making me like smile.
Look in the camera. Apologize now.
Dude,
look.
I would
look into the camera now.
I would never mock anybody who's been through that situation, knowing how dangerous and how scary that is. And that's why if you go in neighborhoods and you see the little yellow sign that says block home, that's a safe home. That's a safe haven. You can go knock on the door.
And if you're ever in a scary situation, look for that sign in our neighborhood. Go knock on their door. It's a safe place. You can make a phone call or get to safety. But always scream, yell, help as loud as you possibly can. Poke them in the eyes. They go to reach for their eyes.
Poke them in the eye.
Then you knee them in the nuts. Then you knee them in the nuts. And that's how you do it. And run and scream and walk in packs. Walk with groups.
Let's go. Let's
don't
go.
Walk by yourself and don't be in scary situations like that.
Let's go. Good God Almighty.
And we appreciate everybody who is.
We love all you guys.
Had a hand in this edition of the Cam and Strick podcast.
We love all you guys.
Sparks Hockey. Use our promo code Cam and Strick. It'll save you more money than Black Friday and Cyber Monday. Get yourself a skate sharpener. Don't ruin your kid's tournament. Don't ruin the weekend.
Let's go.
Put it in the car. Put it outside the locker room. Bring it to practice. It's portable. It's movable. It's easy to set up. And more importantly, it's going to save your kid's weekend. Right. Make sure he has edges.
Love you guys.
For the games. You never know who's watching. All right, Eric Staal. Appreciate you joining us on this edition of the Cam and Strick podcast. Baby.
See you, dudes.
Yerk! Let's go! Cam's a shit kicker, 2 bombs in the lead. Soul dragging crew, there's no time for fatigue. And he's a shit talker, stirring up the show. Never played a shift, but he's ready to go. My check, 4 check.